Hello. I would like to welcome everyone to the Transcontinental Project, an experiment where a Brit
and a Texan come together to talk about whatever the hell we want.
We're your hosts, Luke Birch and
Sensible Sam, baby. Before we get started, we warn you absolutely nothing is off limits and the content will not be suitable for those under 18. So if you're above the age, enjoy, doll.
I'm sorry to everyone for only playing one song during the intro. Over the last couple of days, things have been let's just say we won't be going into any further detail, but things have been a little bit complicated and we haven't been able to get in touch to prepare until literally just a couple of hours ago.
Sorry about that. That was part me.
But so far, we have one elsewhere, get your ass in the chat, and Tucker from last week. What up, pal? Tyler, hello.
Tyler, hi, Tyler, baby. Thank you, Tucker. Thank you, Tyler, for joining us.
Hope you're well. And just very quickly, before we get started, there is a very small thing I would like to announce. And that was, I said on Friday that the next boxing card I could guarantee covering was not until the 1st of June. A card I intend to cover was announced today for the... oh shit. I know it was some point in late May. And I can't remember the exact date off the top of my head. May 18th. So push forward the next boxing card I'll be covering from June 1st to May 18th. Get that in your fucking calendar.
Nice.
But yeah, it's been a little tough to get in contact, so please forgive us if we sound a little lost tonight.
Yeah, and I'm going to take full responsibility for that, dolls. I mean, most of you guys know that I do have certain health issues without going into it. So you guys know I get a little wonky from time to time. And unfortunately, I was not in touch with Luke because I was having a little bit of an episode and was a little ill. And so we just we talk as much as we can. But when I'm sick, sometimes I disappear, and this week was one of those where I had to go get tended to. So if we sound a little off, if I sound a little off, I'm still a little under the weather, but I'm going to do my very best for you guys. I did not want to cancel this show. Luke is an amazing partner, and, we soldier on as much as we can. So we're going to do our best for you guys tonight. Hang in there. Bear with us. We fucking love y'all.
But the world has given us plenty to talk about tonight regardless. And unfortunately, we have to start off with something tragic.
And I think it's good to touch on it.
The events of, I believe it was Friday morning. If I'm incorrect, someone please feel free to correct me, but I believe it was Friday morning in Christchurch.
I don't want to get on the day. I have no idea on the day, but I know it was very recent. And yes, you are correct. It was Christchurch. Our hearts go out to every single person and their family, all the lives lost and their families in this hour, in this horrible, horrible time that they have to go through.
Yeah. How the guy was able to take so many people down before he was caught is beyond me.
Yeah, I haven't been able to look at the story without crying. So I really haven't read it all, but the number, they opened. Well, what I do know is that they opened the doors like they normally do with open arms and welcomed him in, and that's kind of when all that stuff happened. So he just went right in through the front door. And
all I know is the death toll is over 100.
Oh, that's
all I know for sure.
That's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous for one person. Excuse me. I'm so sorry for that.
And the New Zealand government is now politicising it, but I'm really not getting into that.
Yeah, I hear you. Australia's not doing them any favors either, so. But that's, we just gotta, that's what our title is. That's why we have the title that we do. Love one another, love each other. Love, motherfuckers. It heals. And as corny as that sounds, you know me, I'm the biggest lover of all. Like, I love love so hard. I'd rather love than hate. I'd rather give than take. And I think if everybody just practiced just maybe smiling at somebody that they wouldn't normally smile at, maybe that person needs a smile and they'll smile right back at you, and it's contagious and it just passes on from there. So give somebody a fucking smile today. Help open a door. Buy somebody a coffee. Just make somebody's life better. You may have saved their life. You never know. You might have saved their life. So that's where we go.
Don't just do it today. Do it every day.
Absolutely. I say start small for those, but I'm always looking for an opportunity to give back. I'm a firm believer in karma. I think if I give without any agenda, without anything, expecting anything in return, I think I'll do all right. I think I'll do okay. I think karma will be nice to me. So that's what I'm hoping for.
I do have a very quick favour to ask of you, though. Would you be able to keep an eye on the chat tonight? I'm going to be doing a couple of other things as we go through. But very quickly, what up, Sky?
Hi, Sky! Sky, baby! Yeah, I can keep an eye on the chat.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you. You're keeping track of all the big stuffs. It's the big stuff. But yeah, we just thought we'd touch on that. I'm trying not to cry, so I'm trying to edge out of this, but it's heartbreaking. And our hearts go out to the victims, if there were any surviving victims, and their families. Our hearts go out to you guys. Lesson is love each other. You may not get a second chance to do it tomorrow. So love each other today.
The first funerals from that tragic event took place today.
Oh, wow. That's... Godly. My heart goes out to them. I just... That's horrible. And just for being a religion. You even have Sikhs, which are not even Muslims. They're not even the same as the Muslim. Not Muslim. Muslim is a cloth. Muslim is a type of cloth. Muslim is a religion. So
no, Muslim is followers of a religion. Islam is a religion.
There you go. Thank you, sir, for the correction. But Muslim is cloth. So just to clarify that. But yeah, so I mean, the Sikhs wear like the turbans, just like the Muslims and stuff. So they figure, let's take them out too. People are just directing their hate the wrong way. So get your shit together. Not everybody's the same just because they look alike. We can learn a lot from each other. Okay, so before I cry, let's talk about that Commanders game, huh?
What a pathetic showing from Atlanta.
Dude, Atlanta came off of the 3 wins. Wait, no. Don't quote me because I'm 2 wins. They're coming off of 2 wins. I really expected better. They haven't been doing poorly.
Yeah, I was speaking to Tyler about this immediately after the Birmingham San Diego game. About what a pathetic showing Atlanta put in. I mean, fuck it, I'll take it. I'll take it
of course.
In a heartbeat.
Let's scrap a little, make it fun. Don't just get spanked like a little bitch. You know what I mean? Like, it's not, I want to spank you like a bitch, right? But I want to have fun while I'm doing it. Fight back a little. Wiggle your ass. I don't know. Try to fucking, move your ass away from where my hand's going to hit. Something like that. But nothing. They just took it.
Very quick question, and I hope you don't mind me asking this, but for this segment, because there's some other football things I want to touch on as well, do you mind if I bring Tyler in if he's willing to come in? just for this segment?
Absolutely, I'd love it.
Tyler, just let me know if you're willing to come in.
You might have to set up because we're probably catching them off guard. Because you know how long it takes me to set up, Luke. But that was, hey, Commanders did great. Kudos to them. Great job, motherfuckers. Love you. Did what they were supposed to do, executed the way they were supposed to do it. They've been on fire, dude. I'm very, very happy with them. Very pleased. I really want to go to a game so bad. I'm going to try to win some tickets here pretty soon.
Good.
I entered into a raffle. Everybody in the chat, cross your fingers for me to win some tickets. Like right now, all together, it doesn't count. I'm watching you guys. Y'all didn't even cross y'all's fingers. Thanks a lot. I'm not going to win tickets now.
Not Birmingham, Alabama, you hardhead tuck.
Huh?
Hang on.
We all know Birmingham is the best.
Wrong.
Commanders! Take command!
Hell yeah, swords up, but Birmingham, Alabama, from what I hear, is a shithole, and I live in a shithole called Birmingham, so...
Dude, and Alabama was like strong coming in. They were like very strong coming in, and Commanders took them down with ease. So I was surprised when but the Commanders have been kind of, even though the record hasn't shown it, they've got so much fucking potential. They're so good. They could just tweak their fucking lineup just a little bit. Maybe the head coach, not saying much, but whatever.
I was talking to Tyler Sunday night as he joins us that I would genuinely put money on the game in Vegas being Orlando and San Antonio.
Well, I wasn't expecting you guys to be on fucking video. Hey, I can finally see Sam's face.
Hello.
Well, I told on video. I told on video too, but my room's kind of dark at the moment, so it's not like. So there you go. Look, I already know what your face looks like anyway. But
yeah, I have my I'm sick cap on.
You know what? Let's try that. Actually,
I've got my face is puffy. I don't feel like putting my hair up. Cap.
Yo, can you guys see me?
Yeah.
Can you see my face?
Hi, Tyler.
What up?
Hey. No, I was laying in my bed here until Luke said something about it, and yeah. Well, I mean, it's the easier way to go, but
we're all in.
I wrapped up after because I was in the Wrestling Soup Discord. I was talking to Mission the boys, and we were watching SmackDown. So and I was kind of done for the night, and I was gonna chill out, listen to you guys until Luke said, "Let's bring him on so we could talk about the Alliance of American Football."
I did try warning you Sunday night that all calls here are impromptu.
You're not lying there. You were not lying. Yeah, I'm just watching some NCAA basketball now. NCAA tournament is up and running. Fill out your brackets, ladies and gentlemen, if you're into that type of thing. But what you got? But anyway, what were you guys talking about for the Commandos and shit? The Legends. They got. I was gonna type this in the chat room too. They got bent over. I don't think I've seen a team this year in the Alliance that got bent over and spanked harder and called fucking Charlie like the Legends did. That was bad. That was pathetic. That was an embarrassing performance. And you know what? Too, I told Luke this Sunday night. The Legends are a team that actually got a bad draw. They had a horrible draw with though, because the original head coach was supposed to be Brad Childress, right? And their original offensive coordinator was supposed to be Michael Vick. So what happened was, and during the season, like a month or so before the season began, Brad Childress fucked off and left. Then a week or so prior to the season, Michael Vick fucked off and left. And it felt like the Legends were an unprepared team from the get-go. And the fact is, yes, they were getting it together too. But look who they played the last two games also. I mean, Memphis? Come on. Really? Seriously? Come on. Fuck off. And who else did they play? Salt Lake or some shit? Basically,
yes.
the bottom feeders, the fucking respective conferences. The bottom feeders of the respective conferences. Now, granted, I can't shit on them as hard as the Memphis Express. I can't. Because Memphis Express is just as bad than you got fucking Jarmers as your fucking quarterbacks. Christian Hackenberg, come on now.
Hackenberg.
Fuck off.
And now they think their problems are going to be solved by Johnny fucking Manziel.
Good luck. Good luck with that. But honestly,
that guy gives me a case of the amnesias. Like, I don't remember who the fuck he was or what the fuck he did.
Well, exactly, because the fact is now it's see that it kind of isn't really fair to say with Manziel, because Manziel's actually fucking talented. He really is. It's just that he has off the field issues up the fucking ass.
And I want to get into something regarding the field issues when talking about NFL free agency in a minute.
We'll probably get into that. Your boy's moving to a different team now. That was actually shocking to me. But, I guess we could probably get into that now. Clay Matthews.
Thank the fucking heavens.
Signed with the Rams now. Now, granted, I think that's kind of a huge pickup for the Rams, though, to be completely honest with you, because their defense, while it was pretty good last year, and they kept Tom Brady and the Pats down to like 10 points in the Super Bowl, which
I think
the less we.
I think it was 13-3, but please don't talk about that game.
The less we mention that, the better. I think is what. Yeah, but you think about it too. That's a huge pickup for them. I wouldn't really say Vontaze Burfict is a huge pickup for the Raiders.
Oh boy!
And I was talking to somebody about this on their Soup Discord.
Antonio Brown's gonna love that, isn't he?
Oh, see, I realized that as soon as I fucking posted the link on the fucking on our Discord. I was thinking to myself, Antonio Brown and Vontaze Burfict on the same goddamn team. Damn it. Well, that's
gonna work.
Yeah, again, both of them are fucking then again, both of them are divas, D-bags, and all that fucking shit. But, you know what, though? More power to Oakland. On paper, they look pretty good, but it's still a given. It's still, it's still not guaranteed.
Hell, on paper, I look majestic. In real life.
New England.
I know this may be a little shitty to say, but can I just say, any Dallas fan who is saying Randall Cobb can give them Green Bay's playbook need their fucking head examined. He can't because he doesn't fucking know it.
That's not. Look, Luke, that's not fair. He won you that game versus Green Bay versus
Chicago.
what was it, Chicago?
Yes.
One.
Yes.
Yeah. So that,
Yes, but that doesn't change the fact that he doesn't know the playbook, and Dallas fans are claiming he can give them the playbook.
I mean, Dallas fans are desperate to fucking hang on to anything that fucking anybody gives them, because the fact of the matter is that
it's not the fucking 1990s anymore.
Well, that fan base loves living in the past, though, so we all know that. People say the same thing about the Steelers, too, but we won this century also, so fuck you. What is Sam doing over there?
You a little annoyed over something, Sam?
Huh?
You a little annoyed over something?
No.
Oh, Sam, isn't she?
I love my boys. Let's talk about them. Look,
nobody feels bad for you. I'm sorry.
Do you see that next to the shotgun right there? See the shotgun? See the Dallas Cowboys hat? That's how serious I am. Oh, don't make me change my hat, Luke. Don't make me change my hat, yo. Man, no fucking. Oh, fuck y'all. Now I'm gonna change my hat. Fuck y'all. Now I'm gonna change my motherfucking hat. All right.
For the people in the chat, I've now got my Green Bay cap on, and Tyler has his Steelers cap on, so.
I just took it all off.
Change Sam with the Dallas cap.
Oh yeah, I feel like 1,000 times more sexier now. So much better.
But now the thing about
it's too big for me. It's too big.
What the fuck were we talking about here? I forget.
Free agency.
How awesome I am, and how awesome the Dallas Cowboys are, and then y'all wanted to switch teams.
Maybe that, but no, but like the thing. This has been a wild free agency period, I gotta say. It really has. Like, I don't think I've ever seen an NFL free agency this entertaining, I should say, in a while. Because, really, I mean, you got big name after big name after big name, minus Fitzpatrick, going different team. And let's talk about that, by the way, for a minute. We do realize Miami's tanking, right? They're tanking for Tua. They want Tua Tagovailoa. That's what they want, and I think that's going to backfire miserably. That's going to fucking... Because he's not... None of the Alabama players translate well to the NFL. Just ask Trent Richardson. Why do you think he's playing with the Birmingham Iron?
The fact that after this contract is complete, Ryan Fitzpatrick would have made either $70 or $90 million in the NFL. Just goes to show the mediocrity can make you mega millions.
He's a fucking genius. He's like Kirk Cousins over there. He's a fucking genius. Because you know what? They're giving this mediocre quarterback this X amount of money. You know what? He's laughing his ass off in a hot tub with 10 strippers in his fucking fancy mansion, just laughing all the way to the bank. Yeah. That's all he's doing. You can say the same thing with Matt Ryan also, because guess what? Matt Ryan is what's he done ever since he won this? What's he done ever since they blew that Super Bowl? He hasn't done shit.
And other than that season, what did he really do of any note beforehand?
He just had a hell of a season. You know what, too? He just had a hell of a season. Julio Jones that you toned it on, and what happened? You still lost to New England. You still blew a 28-3 lead. That's something you're never going to live down, unless if you go back.
No.
Which I'm going.
No, they will still never live it down, but how telling is it that last season the 6 highest paid QBs all failed to make the playoffs?
Including my team also. I mean, the only major name that didn't miss the playoffs and won the Super Bowl, of course, obviously, is Tom Brady, but he's taking pay cuts left and right just to help the team. You know what, though? I can't really shit on the guy for doing that because he's thinking about the team. I can't say the same thing about Ben. I sure as fun. No offense, Luke, but I'm gonna say it. Can't say the same thing about Aaron fucking Rodgers.
Agreed.
Hey, he's not taking pay cut. They'll both not taking pay cuts.
Agreed.
For the team. They want that money in the fucking bank. Tom Brady, on the other hand, thinks about the team, thinks about what's our next move, this and that. I can't shit on the guy for that. I just can't. I could hate him. I could think he's smug, but I can't hate the guy for taking a pay cut. I can't.
Right on.
Mm-hmm.
Right, looking on.
But
okay.
Anything else, guys, before I head out?
Well, okay. Before you head out, we gotta appease the fans. So this is the questions in the chat.
This feels like getting the going order. Oh shit.
Just a little bit. Killa says, "How big is his?" Oh shit! Hold on. Okay, Luke. Russ started it off by saying, "Luke, ask Ty how big his dick is for Killa." Killa correspond also correlated with that, and he said, "Yes, please ask him how big is his dick." How big is his dick, Russ? That's what Killa said. That's what Killa said back. And so it's like, and I told, because they were asking you, Luke, and I was like, well, Luke can't see the comments. I'm the one moderating or not moderating, but keeping up with the comments. So
by the way, how the fuck am I supposed to know? I don't keep track of how big my dick gets. Number one, I'm not sitting here measuring the damn thing.
Well, what I do is I have a measuring ruler for mine. Mine says 10 inches. They know my size.
Oh, fuck.
Fuck it.
Oh, good for you then.
So they're like, good Lord. Except I lean to the left always. So, but it's just like, dude, everybody wants to know how big is Batista's dick, says Sky Genie. Oh, wow. I wish I knew. Honestly, I wish I knew. Now everybody's asking about big dicks.
I have an idea of how big Iron Sheik's cock is. 10 inches.
I'm gonna say everybody in this chat has a pretty big dick. Everybody in this chat has a big dick. Don't y'all fucking forget it. Question answered. Big dick team.
Big Dick Johnson.
All 2 inches.
For those of you old school wrestling fans out there, that's for you.
I'm sorry, I had to ask.
Especially the ones that watched on that fucking period. What was that, mid 2000s, I think, or some shit? I think so.
Oh, Sky Genie says, NFL players are a bunch of pussies. Like, they need shoulder pads and helmets. Bring on the CTE.
Oof.
That's harsh.
I mean, come on now.
Like, I thought rugby was hardcore because they didn't wear, like, padding and shit like that.
Well, I mean, you could probably say that. You could also make a case for soccer also because,
for fuck's sake.
They hit their heads on the ball too, and I'm actually kind of surprised that hasn't caused more brain damage in the fucking NFL. But, but there you go, the evidence is there.
Soccer, where a fucking gust of wind can knock a guy down and they'll be rolling on the floor for 10 fucking minutes. Don't get me started.
Especially if your name on. Especially if your name on.
Yeah.
You can probably poke the guy and he'll go down.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I took poke for another meaning. I'm sorry. But yes, I'm sure you could. But yeah, I just always thought the only reason I thought rugby was such a fucking massive sport because they're tackling each other with no padding.
Yeah,
but it's so hard to.
It's basically what old school NFL 100 years ago was. It was basically you had they had the leather helmets back then. Rugby, I have no idea if you basically you got people just going fucking bareheaded and fucking just ramming each other to the fucking ground.
Yeah, I couldn't keep track of what they were doing because then they do like this wrestling moves. I don't know, it's weird.
I might get the stats on that fucking thing.
I'm not sure if I should mention this on air. I'm not sure if he'd be happy with me mentioning it on air. But my dad played 8 years of rugby.
That's so awesome, yo.
He did one training session for football, and he said football is a hell of a lot more vicious, hell of a lot more aggressive. I want to say I don't see how, but then again, with the padding, I can see how.
Yeah, plus the added weight of the pads, the helmets, everything else. Yeah, I guess I can see that. I mean, the NFL, I mean, you got fucking everything under the hat there. You got everything under the hat. Oh boy. Line one up already now. Shit.
I got a special delivery. But I just thought it was just so dangerous. I was just like, I was so scared. Because I was like, dude, oh my God, these people are going to have a concussion and stuff.
Hello, Thunder.
That's my Thunder. Like his little
is that what his name is?
Thunder. Thunder.
Cute. That's so fucking cute.
He's so cute. He's like 2 inches tall. Look at my forearm. Oh, my baby. He was sick and he's doing so good. He's humping everything in sight, so he's doing so great.
That's good. Well, shit.
Yeah,
but okay.
It's absolutely brilliant to see Thunder at full health again.
I gotta send you some videos, some new videos.
How old is he anyway?
He just turned 7 this month.
Oh,
he's gonna no. He's gonna turn 7. He's gonna turn 7 on the 20th.
Well, he's still a young dog, but he's still a young dog though. So that's good. You still got a lot of fucking years left with him.
I hope so. But he's
my mom still cries from time to time because we had years ago, because my first dog was a Yorkie, all right, and she had a tumor in her bladder.
Okay.
And I think it was 7 years ago now, I think, she died. She was 8 years old.
Oh my gosh. And, so that is so young.
She still cries about it daily. Now we got a few years ago, actually, we got my other dog, Chinese Crested Powerpuff. His name's Nemo. He's a rescue, actually, by the way. So
same here. I only rescue. I don't buy dogs.
Exactly. And that's how it should be, to be quite honest with you.
Absolutely.
But he's a rescue. He's I think 7 years old now. So we're hoping to get a lot of years left with him, and we're hoping to get a lot of years with my cat, Jenkins. So
I hope so. I've got my 2 cats as well. So I've got 2 cats and a dog. So they love each other, but Thunder keeps trying to hump Rumple, my cat. So he won't try to hump Kiki. Kiki will rip. Kiki's like me. She'll throw punch him in a second. He's like, dude, I was just playing. But with Rumple, he'll keep fucking with Rumple. So yeah, now I know he's doing better. But yeah, I'm so glad you came on, Tyler.
I've been fortunate up to this point not to experience the death of a close pet. But my one...
You're probably one of the ones.
My one dog is starting to age.
I want to plug something before I go.
Okay, babe.
And I'll post the link in the chat room also, because I want to get this up and running as much as possible.
Okay, now I know what you're talking about.
If anybody in the chat room has a Discord and is a fan of either the Alliance of American Football or the NFL, or in our cases both, do yourself a favor and join my server. Join my AAF NFL server. I'm hoping to get as much running as possible. There's probably some kinks that might still have to work out. Today, I just sent out some invites today to Dude from Legion of Dudes, Wookie, and Mesh. So I'm hoping to see that. So I'm kind of hoping to see those guys in there too, because I know they'd have a good time, especially Wookie and Doob. So,
oh yeah.
Hopefully I could get that in. So hopefully we could get that up and running by the NFL season.
Nice.
By once the NFL season begins. So
I'm on that server, babies. Get your butts on it.
I know you are. You both are. I know you are. Although me talking to Luke on Discord is a fucking pain in the ass for some reason.
Hell yeah.
Discord is not my favorite platform, but I'll be there because people I love are on there. So
same.
I'm there.
Same.
If anything, Alliance and also I'm going to try to do Alliance post shows every Sunday after the last game of the day and the weekend. So if I'm going to do that, it might be on Skype. It might be on here.
Sounds good. And just share the info with me, and Luke and I will definitely share that out.
Mm.
Yeah, I'll see what I can do with that.
You got it, babe.
I'll see what I can do. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Much love.
Thank you, Tyler. Thank you for coming on for the segment. I love you.
Thanks for joining us.
Love you. Much love, guys.
Much love.
Love you, baby. Come back soon.
Oh, no. Oh, most definitely. I will. This was fun.
Hell yeah.
It was fun. I love you. Thank you for being awesome. Aww. Fucking love Tyler, dude.
Haha. But as we were, just very quickly, I saw that during that segment, we were joined by Russell Zavala, BFK, and Big Sis Vic. I hope you're all doing well. Sorry, I wasn't calling people out at the time. I was actually getting something ready for the next segment.
Yeah, I didn't want to, I saw them come in. I've been interacting with them on the chat box, just like you asked. I just didn't want to, come in between the topics, so I was answering back. But, hi, guys, Rebecca, love you. Thank you for joining us. Okay, so next topic.
Yeah, I took some inspiration. As we said, we weren't able to get in contact for the last few days, so I took some inspiration from something I saw from Klondike Bill on Twitter the other day, where he sent out a 2 truths and a lie. And just very quickly mentioning Klondike Bill, I don't care how long it fucking takes. I don't care if you get sick and tired of it. We will always be in your debt.
Fuck yeah.
And
I can't say that enough. Fuck yeah. Thank you, Luke.
And while doing that, let's get on to shouting some people out.
Right on.
Let's start with Wednesday night. Starts off with It's Pathetic at some point during the afternoon. I can't remember the exact time, and that's fucking bad of me. I think it's something like 4:30 Eastern, but I'm not 100% certain about that.
Yeah, me either. But still, even if you don't catch them live, catch the show reel. They're fucking awesome.
Mm-hmm. Someone we are a little more confident on time about, though, comes later on a Wednesday evening. Get in the motherfucking corner.
That's right, bitches. Get her done.
Approximately 8 p.m. Central Time each week.
Unless they're out buying beer, then 8:30.
Yeah.
I love them fools. Then I'm fucking with them.
Thursdays, you have the heads of this community in soup with Anthony Missionary Thomas and Joseph E. Numbers. From time to time, John Draper, but that's just occasionally. At approximately 8:30 Central Time, they are immediately followed by the Super Party, WNC style, with Michael Corvin, Dave Sincere, Old Man Jenkins, and from time to time, Johnny Florida. And speaking of Old Man Jenkins, anyone that has got a Twitch account, go over to Twitch and make sure to follow WNC Jenkins. You'll... for anyone that is a fan of Game Rage, you'll fucking love it. I can promise you that.
Absolutely, absolutely. CJ and Jank kick some motherfucking Iraq booty.
And I'm gonna leave this to Sky to confirm, but I'm guessing he's making, after the last couple of weeks, I'm guessing he'd be appropriate for the Friday shout-outs. Bless you. Bless you again.
I thought I was muted.
You were, but the camera's on, so I can see you.
Oh, my bad. Thank you. I'm sorry. Thank you.
Saturdays, you have the love child of Alex Jones and Joe Rogan, Michael Deacon.
Michael Deacon, who doesn't believe the Earth is flat. Just saying.
Sure. And I'm struggling to think of one for Sunday or Monday at this.
Did we say THT podcast?
Oh yeah, Saturday, on some Saturday nights you may be able to find them with a movie review.
That's fun because I review some good movies.
I'll be completely honest. I still want to get a movie review done tonight, but I haven't been able to watch any over the last few days, so I'm probably going to go back to one I watched months ago.
Sweet.
But if we're forgetting anyone, sincere apologies. It's not meant maliciously. It's just a simple...
We have so many friends that we love so much, and so many people that love us. It's hard to keep track of all you awesome motherfuckers.
It's a pure and simple brain fart. But
I have a lot of those. My brain farts. Jujubes.
But going back a couple of minutes, I got inspired by something I saw from Klondike Bill on Twitter the other day. And I just want to ask, how many rounds have you prepared?
I have 2 rounds.
2 rounds.
Because, yeah, and that sucks, because I wanted to have more, but I've got 2.
I only have 2 as well, but...
Okay.
I saw him send out on Twitter a 2 truths and a lie, or 2 lies and a truth. I can't remember which one it was. And I was saying to him, I'd love to send one out, but I can't think of anything. And that was a couple of days ago. And I've thought of a few things since then. So, I was thinking, a lot of shows have their own game, so why not make Two Lies and a Truth, something we do here, just to give people a little bit of an insight into us.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, that would be so much fun. I love that game.
So,
I do.
What do you say we do alternating? You start?
Okay. So I'm going to read out 3 different statements, and you have to decide which one is the truth and which one is the truth out of both of them. So it's like 2 lies and a truth. You have to figure out the truth.
So 1 is true and 2 are lies.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So I'm going to read out 3. So they come with a little bit of a backstory. So the first subject I have, I used to work at a daycare, right? And I was working at a daycare in high school, and I took care of some kids, and it was a very rough community. And some of these kids, were a little wild. So the first one is, I once kicked a kid in the nuts for punching me in the boob. Okay, so that's my first statement. I worked in a daycare, it got a little rough, and I had to kick a kid in the nuts. So, I mean, there you go.
And to anyone in the chat, we'd love it if you join in and try and guess as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. My second statement is, I rode dirt bikes. I was a dirt bike racer as a kid. Amateur competition, totally amateur. I used to ride dirt bikes, work on them and stuff like that. And I don't know, I think I maybe did like 2 or 3 competitions, maybe. I think I won an award on one of them. Trying to remember. My third statement is, I delivered a baby donkey. Now, my neighbor has some donkeys, and they're show donkeys, and they run through little mazes and stuff like that, and they do all kinds of stuff. And so one day, my neighbor was training their donkeys, and the donkey went into labor, and I saw her struggling. So what I did was, I got out of the car, and I asked her if she needed help. I jumped the gate, and together we both pulled the baby donkey out because he was kind of stuck. So it was kind of tough, but we managed to do it. And voila, baby donkey in the world, baby. So out of my 3 statements, which is truth, which is lie?
I've already got an idea as to which one it may be. But
I'm sure you do. You know me too well.
Yes. Do you mind if I ask a few questions?
Ask a few questions. It's absolutely appropriate to do that.
I'm going to ask one question about each one.
Okay. Shoot.
How did the kid react?
He reacted by biting me on the boob. After I kicked him, he lunged at me, bit the shit out of my tit. And it took 2 teacher's aides to pull him off.
Mm-hmm. How long were you dirt biking for?
Oh, I was probably only doing it for about 2 years. It was an amateur circuit. I decided I really, really liked bikes, and my dad decided he really, really wanted a boy. And so Samuel got entered into a competition, and we got a dirt bike from like a second-hand place, and that's what I rode. Mm-hmm. That's what I rode in competition. Okay, he wanted Samuel, not Samantha.
Mm-hmm. And how long did it take that donkey to deliver?
Oh gosh, we were there. Oh gosh. Okay. That was a 6-hour ordeal. Mm-hmm. It was tough because the legs, the head was facing a different direction. It was bottom first, so we had to pull the donkey out. We had to coerce it little by little, massage the area, open up the opening, and just little by little, with my hands inside and her hand inside, my hand on the bottom, her hand on top. We gently coaxed him, and it took a couple of hours, 6 hours, I would say tops. It took us to deliver that baby boy.
Okay. So you say one of them is true and 2 of them are not?
Without a doubt.
I'm pretty certain that the dirt bike story is not true.
And what is your conclusion for that?
I don't really want to get into it on air, but
Got it.
I've got a feeling that the follow-up confirmed that it's not true. I was going to say the daycare incident was true until I asked you the kid's reaction. If you'd said something like he went down in a heap screaming, I probably would have said that, but I'm going to say that you have delivered a baby donkey.
Everybody ready for this? I raced amateur dirt bikes as a kid.
So the one I fucking ruled out was the fucking true one.
That's why my knee's fucked up. That's why I wear a brace. I went over a fucking dune, broke the axle to my bike, and the gears and everything, the motor gears and everything just went into my fucking knee, and I was out. I was down for the count. Mm-hmm. I wish, yeah. So that, yeah, absolutely. I was an amateur dirt bike rider.
Okay.
This is fun.
So I'll get into one myself now.
Okay.
As you mentioned, knee injuries.
Yes.
I once played for a local sports team. I was able to play a couple of games, about 2 or 3, and before I severely injured my right knee, which it was giving me problems for about 4 or 5 years afterwards, and it forced me to quit. Number 2 is, in the last 5 years, I have had 5 surgeries on my right foot for the exact same issue. And the surgery don't seem to be working as it keeps coming back. And number 3, while it is typically what I will drink when I am on air, whiskey actually is not my favourite drink. One of them is true, 2 of them are a lie.
Okay. For the football.
It wasn't football, it was cricket, and it wasn't it wasn't a sports related injury. It was an injury I suffered off the field that prevented me from getting on the field.
Okay, so then do the first one again. Do the first one again, because that's what I mistook.
So I played for a local sports team, cricket team. However, a severe right knee injury forced me to quit, and it was giving me problems for about 4 years afterwards.
Okay, so did you ever get your knee looked at? I
got it looked at by doctors, but they could not work. For some reason, they could not work out what the issue was. But every so often, about 3 or 4 times a week when I was walking, I'd get a severe sharp pain down the inside of my knee. And I'd basically have to lay up for a couple of hours.
Okay. And as far as this surgery.
Yes.
What kind of materials or what kind of therapy did you get after that?
The surgeries are for ingrown toenails.
Okay.
So the way they do that surgery is they put iodine around the toe.
Okay.
They numb it with local anesthesia. They pull the outside of the nail up and they snip down to the base and put some acid at the bottom to prevent it from growing back. However...
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, however, for some reason, the acid doesn't seem to be working in this case and it keeps growing back.
Okay. Now, just for reference, repeat the last one for me, because I'm making my final decision.
Although it is typically what I'll drink when I'm on air, whiskey is actually not my favourite drink.
Okay. And now, why is whiskey not your favorite drink? What is your libation of choice?
My favourite drink is actually light lagers.
Gotcha.
Not that strong, and you from time to time you will hear me drink one live on air, but and don't get me wrong, whiskey runs it close, but whiskey doesn't take it.
Okay, I think I'm ready to answer this. I'm gonna have to go with the second story. I don't know why. Don't ask me why, but you had a lot of information on that.
What the foot surgery one?
Yes, the foot surgery one.
Okay, so let's go in this order. I can confirm that, yes, whiskey actually is my favourite drink.
I already knew that, guys. I already knew that.
And I said I'd had 5 surgeries on my right foot. I have actually had 3 in the last 5 years.
Ah!
And yes, I did suffer a severe right knee injury, which forced me to quit playing sport.
Best friends don't know each other. Yay! That was awesome! You got me! Oh my god! This is fucking awesome. Okay, let me look at the chat real quick so we can go to the second round. Whiskey is not your favorite drink, says Jink. Awkward things a farmer could say. My ex was a cow. That's Sky Genie. Rum sucks. I hate rum and beer. Never mind. The foot make more sense, said Jink. We all got tricked.
That is why I was able to give so much information, because that actually is a problem I've been suffering with. And I have had the surgery 3 times in the last 5 years. Just not 5.
But the loop, there you go. That was the loophole. That's what I was going to say. But Luke be playing loopholes. All right. Round 2. Yeah, ankle injuries killed my sport playing, said Sky. Absolutely. Yeah, I have 2 torn, I tore both of my tendons, when I used to run track, Sky. And, that inhibited me from passing the exam to be a soldier in the army, believe it or not. So, gotcha. Okay, round 2, bitches. That I'm so fucking using some sort of copyrighted fucking noise. All right, Luke. It's your turn first.
No, it's yours. I just went, I'm gonna get a quick drink myself. And believe it or not, I am actually drinking a weak lager right now, so.
As long as it ain't Bud Light, I still love you, babe.
Hell, fuck no. I have standards.
That's bad, though. Okay, here I go. My first statement. I shot a cougar once while I was hiking because I actually had, don't laugh, I had before I was a vegetarian, I had beef sticks, I had all kinds of jerky, I had mountain snacks and stuff with me. It was a couple of us, and we decided we're going to go up and we're just going to traverse the mountain that was behind the area. We drove a car, parked it at a peak, and went up. And as we were just kind of taking pictures and stuff, fucking cougar pops up. Of course, I'm the only one that's armed. So, unfortunately, when the cougar was looking menacingly at us and tried to lunge at us, I had to shoot it and put it down. Not the happiest moment in my life, never will be, but it happened. So, that's my first statement. Second statement is, I used to be on, I'm sorry, that wasn't it. My bad. Okay, the second statement was, I saved a rat by giving him mouth to mouth. We used to have this little mouse, or it wasn't a mouse, it was a rat called Laline, okay? Her name was Laline. Laline thought she was grown and thought she was all like human people trying to eat everything that we were. And I had Lalina on my shoulder. We were eating. I know I had corn, and Laline decided I'm going to have some corn. So she snagged some corn off my plate, and she starts to gasp and cough. So I start freaking out because we've had Laline for a while. And so I start doing whatever the hell, what I know is CPR. So I start pressing on her little stomach, and I was really scared. So I started pressing on her little stomach, and then I gave her mouth to mouth, and then I pressed on her little stomach, and a bit of corn came up. And so I kept doing CPR, and then all of a sudden it was just like she just jumped up and started running around. And it was just one of those miracles. And so she was choking on a piece of corn, and I saved her. I gave her a little bit of CPR, and then after she popped the corn out, she still wasn't breathing. So I decided to do mouth to mouth. I do know how to give mouth to mouth to animals, so that was something that came in handy at that time. So thankfully, Laline lived to be a healthy, ripe old age before she passed. My third statement is, when I was a kid in middle school, I used to go on and promote this organization that I was in. Because I was always in like, just say no to drugs, believe that or not. And I was like, I was a president of the Just Say No Club. Shut the fuck up, Luke. You're fucking laughing at me. And so I was fucking president. And so I was like, okay, and president of the leadership club. Imagine that. And so they were like, okay, well, you got to give this interview and shit on this radio station. I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. And so I go on there, give my interview, blah, blah, blah. And then 2 weeks later, I hear back, and I wind up on a 6-series episode where kids in the ghetto are trying to make a difference. And so we fucking went on there and did all that shit and talked about it. And that was a good time in my life. I got to clean out, I did everything that an intern would do. Bring coffee, clean out the trash cans and stuff like that, and just kind of hung around there. And it was one of the greatest times in my life. So those are my 3 statements, Luke. What you asked, which one is which?
Did you eat the cougar?
No, I did not. I did not, because cougar meat gives me indigestion. So what I did was I took it to a refinery, and they just made cougar cutlets out of it. And they donated it to the poor.
How many people were you with at the time?
There was 4 of us.
4 of you.
4 of us. All adults.
Mm-hmm.
I was the only one carrying a gun.
What gun was it?
Excuse me, sorry, I was taking a drink. That's going to have to be my 12-gauge shotgun.
Mm-hmm.
That would be it. And I had heavy lead bullet pellets. I had the shot that was filled with very heavy lead. Predatory shot is what they call it. And that's what I was able to take it down with. Because there are a lot of wild boar around there, so I had to say.
How long ago did this take place?
It's been about 3 years, because that was the first experience I had moving out to the sticks. Moving out to the sticks, I wasn't very familiar about the wildlife. So it kind of worried me, but it didn't, because I was like naive. I went prepared, but not fully.
Mm-hmm. Why didn't you just attempt the Heimlich maneuver on the mouse before going straight to CPR if he were choking on something?
Because I'm not a vet, and I was pretty young at the time. I didn't know what to do. And so what I did was I got kind of confused, and I started doing this mouth to mouth. And it wasn't until somebody in the room said, Laline swallowed something. So then I started doing the Heimlich maneuver, which is 2 fingers right above its little rib cage, and started doing compression. Started doing that. Boom, boom, boom. Took a little bit. Didn't happen at first. I was very scared that I was doing it wrong. Somehow I was able to get the piece of corn loose, and it popped out of Lalene's mouth. After that, she still was not breathing. She was still lifeless. So I was scared and confused. I wasn't CPR and first aid trained like I am today. And so after I got the corn out, then what I did was I put my lips over her nose and her mouth, created a seal, blew in while I did chest compressions as well in alternating effect. And that's what brought her back.
Mm-hmm. What age did they live to?
She was about 4 at the time. She actually lived, because she was domesticated, we didn't have any predatory animals. She lived to be a good 9.5. Wait, about, I want to say 10 years even.
Mm-hmm.
But she did live a long, healthy life after that. She never ate corn again.
How many other people were on this intern program with you?
There were 4 other people from 4 different schools
for the
internship. Yeah, I was one of 4 that were selected. They thought I had some sort of a personality. I really don't know. They thought I was fun on air. I don't know. But I did clean a lot of fucking toilets, and I did clean a lot of trash cans to get on air. So I did get a lot more airtime than the other 3 people. I was one of the 4. So I think that might be an accomplishment in itself.
Okay, I think I'm already ready to make my decision.
Shoot, doll.
I want to say you were part of that intern program.
Ding, 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 ding! You're absolutely right, babe. Absolutely right. I was in the 8th grade, and I was part of that internship, and it was one of the best times of my life. I got to be on, it wasn't public access. It was real radio, so I got to be on there for a while. It was a great experience. It was a Mexican station. It was a great experience. Queda, K-E-D-A, Radio Jalapeño, oh. That's actually that's actually what it says.
Just before I get into mine, I see Jenkins actually give us one in the chat room.
Okay, I saw that. Okay. So, Jenk says, number 1.
Jenk, is it 2 truths and a lie or 2 lies and a truth?
Yeah. Because it's supposed to be 1 truth and 2 lies.
But while we're waiting for his answer, let's finish up our version.
Let's do it.
Just let me get the notes up because I wrote them all down.
So did I. Even the memories.
I was once facing assault charges for striking a professional wrestler by the name of Pete Dunne, but they were dropped because it was self-defense.
Okay.
In my just before I turned a teenager, from 12 to 14, while I have never actually left Britain, I moved from England to Wales.
Okay.
Yes, I tried to learn the Welsh language, but I failed miserably.
Okay.
And when I was in high school, I deliberately threw my theatre course for the simple fact I despised the teacher.
Okay.
And I deliberately threw the theatre course to spite him.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. So, on your first statement.
Yes.
Did you go alone to this wrestling match, or were you taken to this wrestling match?
I was taken to it with some family.
And why were you so upset with him?
Because he struck me first.
That's a good answer. And what happened after that?
It's funny, we were actually the ones that called the cops because he struck me first. But he started putting bullshit, I'm guessing he put bullshit in their head, and I was placed in the back of a cop car, and they were gonna take me in and book me in for assault. But the owner of the company that he was working for at the time told the cops that what I did was in self-defense. So they released me. And unfortunately they never took him in, but
which is totally wrong.
I was placed in the back of the car and fortunately released.
What a jerk. Okay. This is feeling okay. And now with your second statement.
Yeah.
That was the second statement was, remind me, because
while I've never actually left Britain,
gotcha.
I spent a couple of years in a sub-country of Britain called Wales.
Why would you move?
Because where we were living at the time, a region of Birmingham was a fucking hellhole.
I see. And did you have...
And it was a way to get as far away as humanly possible.
And how long did you stay there?
We moved just before I turned 13, and we came back just after I turned 14.
Okay. Now the third one, the third statement. Third statement is?
The third statement was that I deliberately threw my theatre course at school to spite the teacher.
What grade were you in?
We don't do the grade system here, so I'm not sure what it would translate to. We do yearly system. It went from when I was 14 to when I was 16, so whatever that would translate to.
And what was the reason for you being in this course?
Because for the years prior, I had loved theatre. But when I went on to the higher level, I got a new teacher and they turned out to be a complete jackass. So I know one person throwing it won't make much of a difference. But hey, one person failing your course is worse than one person passing.
All right. So I think I've got all my data together. I'm probably going to be wrong as hell, and I should know this, but I want to say you threw that class because you hated that teacher.
Is that your final answer?
Lock it in.
Okay, I can say that I have lived in England my entire life.
Ah! Okay.
When I was in high school, I threw my music course because I hated the teacher. And yes, I was very close to facing assault charges off a wrestler called Pete Dunne, but the owner of the company let them know what really happened and I was released.
Shit, that was a trick one. You fucked me up, Luke. That was a trick, you motherfucker. You're the winner. God damn you, motherfucking champ. Bitch. Green Bay champ, motherfucker.
We will have to play this again some other time, though.
Yeah, and if you guys fucking want to, like, dude, that'd be great as a call-in.
Yeah.
Like, very well scripted, but get your fucking questions ready, bitches. This is fucking fun. This is awesome. I have to concede to my partner. I do. Luke, you fucking won. Hands down, baby. That was so fun.
But Jake says it's 2 lies and 1 truth, so...
Oh, okay. Okay.
Almost blew a finger off, thinking he could fire a bullet into his hand.
Wait, he said, I almost blew my finger off, thinking I could fire a bullet in my hands with a lighter.
Jesus Christ. Broke his femur falling off a horse.
Okay.
And once body slammed a guy for getting loud over a wrestling card in 2008.
That's tough. That's tough because I know I'm fighting between a truth and a lie right here.
Yeah.
Because I got 2 guesses here. I wish I could ask Jenk why he was holding a lighter. Then I wish I could ask him, why were you on a horse? And then I wish I could ask him, why did you body slam a guy getting loud body slam me over a wrestling card?
I already have a good idea as to what it is.
Jane, get ready to put your answer in the chat because we're gonna try to figure this out.
I've already got a good idea.
Okay, so I'm gonna let you go because you have a better idea than I do. Because I'm teetering between 2.
This is probably a stupid question, but how the hell did you fit a bullet in a lighter?
I didn't have a gun. The horse got scared, and he thought Cena was better than Batista.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Oh, okay.
Okay, I want to lock my answer in right now.
Okay, lock it in. I'm still debating. God damn it. Jenk has me on the ropes on this one. Okay, go ahead.
Number 1 is a lie. Number 2 is the truth. And number 3 is a lie.
I'm going to go with... Oh, shit. Okay. I'm going to go with number 1 is a truth. Number 2 and 3 are lies. Jenk, you got to be the defining.
Let us know.
I'm probably losing to Luke because Luke is so fucking intuitive. Like, I'm like fucking licking my wounds right now and shit. I'd love to hear what the fucking response is to this because honestly, I don't. I say 1 is the truth.
I say 2 is the truth.
I've fallen off of a horse, but I've never broken a femur.
I don't.
I hurt my butt bone.
I don't think I've ever even ridden a horse, but
I guess I'm in Texas, so I get to I rode a neighbor's horse and then okay.
Congratulations.
Here it goes. Jenkins says never been on a horse. Don't care for either. Wrestle too much. And I almost blew my finger off thinking I could use a lighter to set off a bullet I took from my uncle's lockbox. Number 1 is the truth!
Wow.
Jen, that was awesome. Thank you.
Well, now I guess we will have to do this again in the future as it's tied up.
Absolutely. And you guys get your fucking shit together with y'all's fucking questions. We're going to do this next week, babies. This is fun. I love it. Jen, you're fucking awesome. Thank you for participating in the chat. That was awesome. Thank you so much. That was a good one, though. I'm sorry. I'm going to be giggling for a little bit. That was good. That was so great.
Call me in. I have one more for you. I'll help you close. It's up to you.
Hey, me?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, I'm down. Let's close this shit out.
Yeah, I would like to close out with the typical closing segment, though, if that's okay with you.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Do you want do that while Jenk is getting in, or do we do it after Jenk comes in?
Afterwards.
You got it.
Afterwards, because you still need to do the movie review as well.
Oh, yeah. We'll have to do like 3 hours. We're only an hour show.
Yeah, now.
We've got a great community.
That lasted for what? 2 episodes?
We can't keep our time together. Can't keep our time straight.
It happens anytime we're on a call, to be fair.
Pretty much. Is Jenk gone?
Hello.
Yes, I legitimately almost blew my thumb off. That's why I have no feeling in my left hand.
Oh my gosh. What? I put bullets on the railroad tracks. I put bullets on the railroad tracks to see what would happen, and they popped off. Thankfully, our dumbasses didn't get hurt. But I've always wanted to try the lighter trick.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't do it. Okay.
It hurts like a motherfucker.
Jenk says don't do it. Jenk says don't do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it tomorrow. No, I'm not going to do it. No. But yeah, I mean, oh my God, that's fucking crazy. Okay, Jenk, what you got for us?
You got a tiebreaker?
All right. I failed an art class for painting a penis on the teacher's car.
Okay.
I failed English for speaking broken Spanish for over 6 months. And I failed a science class for being disruptive and slamming my head off a desk.
Okay.
The thing is, I could see you doing all 3 of those.
I know, and that's why I did it. Now you got to figure out which one's actually
No fair. Okay, this is hard.
How many of these are true and how many of these are not?
What was that?
Is this still 2 lies, 1 truth, or?
It's still 2 lies and a truth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the first one, repeat that again because I just got a laugh.
I failed art for painting a penis on the teacher's car.
Okay.
I failed English for speaking broken Spanish for over 6 months out of the year.
Okay.
And I failed science for slamming my head off the desk and being disruptive.
Now, in your Spanish class, how long were you taking that before they decided?
Oh no, I took all 4 years of Spanish in high school. I sat there and my English class, I failed because I refused to speak English in the class. I kept trying to use broken Spanish.
Do
mate.
you want to give us a couple of sentences in Spanish?
Oh, I don't remember half of that shit anymore. I've smoked too much weed to remember. The most I know how to do now is ask people how to say something in Spanish.
There you go. ¿Cómo se dice? Okay.
¿Cómo se dice penis?
¿Cómo se dice penis? Se dice penis. Let's see. Okay. That's the first one. You failed? Okay. God damn it, Luke. You got any questions to ask? Come on. Because I'm leaning towards something.
Same. Did you give yourself a concussion in that science class, or?
Over the span of my life, I've had 16 concussions. And that's actually the truth, because I actually sat there and in the hallway one day slammed my head into a locker so hard it took 4 people to drag my fat ass to the nurse's office to get checked.
1, 2, CTE is coming for you.
Yup.
Okay.
How how were they able to prove that you were the one that painted the cock on the car?
Surprisingly enough, my town is like so ass backwards that they had a camera on every fucking angle of the high school.
Yet you were still head slow enough to paint it on.
Oh, I just couldn't stand the bitch. In my opinion, she had it coming.
Okay. I'm gathering my data. Because god damn it, man. God damn it. You're good.
I know how to play games like this real good.
Mhm.
You're good.
Okay.
You're really, really fucking good. Okay.
I think I'm ready to give my answer.
Okay.
Man, I want to say I'm ready to. Okay, Luke, go for it.
I'm gonna go in reverse order. I'm going to say that the science one sounds a little too generic to be the truth. The English one, I don't know why, but I just don't have a good feeling about that. So I'm going to say you failed art for painting a cock on a car.
All right, Sam.
She's actually.
I'm gonna have to say, huh?
No, sorry. I was going to say you were muted. I saw your mic was muted, but.
Oh yeah, I'll mute it if I have to cough or something. I'm smoking. Dude, I'm gonna have to go with the third option as the truth, and let's bang our heads, because maybe I've done that before. So I'm just saying, maybe I relate, baby. That's my final answer, and I'm locking it in.
Sam's right again.
Shit.
Wow!
I got one more if you want redemption, Luke. I actually came up with 3 of these while I was sitting here because you got me thinking.
Go on.
Would you like the redemption, Luke?
Hell yeah!
Yeah, but then I'll probably end up losing 3-1. But go ahead. I fucking had it on R2 as well.
My first one is I was one of 3 kids in the 5th grade to be chosen for all county chorus, and I was the only male. My second one is I managed to sucker punch a professional wrestler in the gut at a live event with no criminal charges. And 3, I once went streaking in California to protest stem cell research.
What was number 1 again?
I managed to make it into all county chorus, and I was the only male in my school in the 5th grade.
Who was the guy you sucker punched a well-known guy, or was he just
yes?
Local?
Technically.
Who was it?
Kurt Hawkins.
Meh.
Okay. Damn it. Damn it, Jen.
What would the third one again? I forgot.
I once went streaking in California to protest stem cell research.
Did you face any charges for that?
Luckily, they never found me. I actually got away with that one. I still don't know how to this day.
So that was the first public appearance of Baby Arm.
One of, yes. Yeah, I guess you could say that.
I see Sky's calling. I'm gonna have to add you, Sky. I can't, obviously, answer the call. Okay.
Oh, God. See, this is a fucking mindfuck right here. God damn you, Jank. God damn you!
Okay, I'm ready to give my answer.
What's up?
I can't see you not facing criminal charges for streaking protesting stem cell research.
Okay.
The sucker punch story sounds a little bit too similar to my truth. In the second one, so I'm going to say the first one is true about the All County Chorus.
Damn it, Luke. That's exactly where I was going with that.
Hang on.
The Old County Chorus.
Well, then it would be a tie because you both got it right.
Yeah, bitches! Dun-dun-dun.
Hey,
that was awesome.
You still win 3-2.
Oh, I always just assume I'm holding the tail end. I like the tail, so I don't mind bringing up the rear.
In the rear, what?
Ah, in the rear, there's Sky Genie.
What up, Sky?
Hi, this is Johnny Florida. I'm just doing an Australian accent. I'm going to talk about politics and nothing else.
Bitch, we're apolitical here.
I love Florida. But so true. But I love him, but yes.
Shout out to Johnny Florida, by the way.
Yeah.
Shout out to Johnny Florida. I love you, bitch. Oh no, he can't see my camera, my bad. I'm doing fucking lip shit in the camera, my bad.
So, what's happening, guys?
How are you doing, babe?
Oh, I don't know. I'm just talking shit in the chat room about... I don't know. I forget now.
Do you three want to hold the fort while I go for a piss?
Well, what kind of fort are we holding?
The cowboy fort.
Oh.
Is that up, dog?
Are we holding... What kind of fort are we holding there, Alec Birch?
Matt, I'll be back in a couple of minutes, okay?
Okay.
What time me?
Is that up, dog? Up, dog.
All right. This has been so fun. Oh my god. Jake, you fucking just wrecked my mind. Jeannie, do you have something similar? But while Luke is getting back, I'm just wondering. We got some questions.
Questions? Well, for
like
two truths.
Like as
two
far
truths
as
and...
like for yeah.
Okay. Well, is it 2 truths or 2 lies?
It's two lies and 1 truth. That way, it doesn't make it easy.
Two lies and 1 truth. Huh.
Yeah. 2 lies and 1 truth. And something that you didn't do, something that you did do, something that's outlandish that you didn't do or you did do. Something new we're trying to add. Get some community members together.
Okay, I'll try. I once roundhouse kicked a door. Trying to be Chuck Norris. And not only did I roundhouse kick the door, I kicked a hole in it. Okay. So that's 1.
Okay.
2.
Wait. Wait. We should wait for Luke to get back. Wait. Think of those. Hold on to those. I just thought of that. I'm being such a bad host.
Okay.
Wait for Luke to get back.
Birch, did you fall in, mate? No.
A little bit. He uses a toothpick so he doesn't fall in.
Looks like he's snorkeling.
Fucking Sky.
Look, iceberg. That's not an iceberg. Too brown.
Have you been listening so far? Did you hear that I gave CPR to a rat?
I have to be honest. Like sometimes I put on podcasts and it'll be background noise. So like.
No, I get that because I like to give my buddies the views and the listens, and I might not be like active in the chat, but I keep it on so that everybody at least gets a view and a listen from it. So
Like sometimes I'll listen to this in the after party, and like somebody will rant and rave, like I don't know, Michael Corvin rants about how all this other stuff. So I'm just probably looking at other stuff on other sites while he's ranting.
I don't like I've said it before. I don't know Corbin personally. I don't think I've ever chatted with him or anything. But I absolutely understand the premise of that. Well, I will just drift off and be doing my own thing because I'm like, y'all do what y'all do.
It's not just Corbin. I just said that as an example. But like, there's like
Oh, trust me, we all sit there and drown Corbin out.
Oh,
sometimes Johnny will go on and on, and he kind of lose the plot. Like I remember being on shows with him with Johnny a few times, and he's gone on and on and on to the point I kind of forgot what the subject was. He's like, he asks you a question of what do you think about this and that? It's like I don't know, I kind of forgot already what you're talking about.
I kind of forgot what you were talking about, dude. I was running tech one night and actually fell asleep on the show because I just got so bored of listening to the topic.
You'd think, well, Johnny Florida sometimes needs subtitles, but then subtitles would give up too.
The subtitles don't even want to deal with
it. So, Sky has his own questions. Luke.
Oh, okay. So I got to go from the start again. So I got to remember what I did. Okay. I once roundhouse kicked the door.
Is this 2 lies and a truth, or 2 truths and a lie?
Yes.
2 lies and a truth.
Mm-hmm. And a truth.
Okay. So one when I got to, I once roundhouse kicked the door, trying to be Chuck Norris, and kicked a hole in the door while doing it.
Okay.
Number 2, I once punched a kid in the nuts. Number 3, I want to make it a good one, don't I? I once put a firecracker up a cat's ass.
I thought that was just,
and lit it.
Everyday shit in Australia, but okay.
Okay, yeah, I already know this one. Wow.
Okay.
No.
Go for it.
I want to ask a few questions first, though.
Okay.
How old were you when you kicked this door?
Oh God. I was at least over 18.
Now, did you have to repair the door? Who was responsible for repairing the
door? Do you have what you call bonds in America or England? Like when you rent a place, you got to pay a bond.
Yeah.
Like yeah, so that pretty much came out of that.
Not under the same name, but yeah.
A deposit or a bond, absolutely. Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah, it's called a deposit here too. Security deposit. Did the door come off its hinges, or was there just a big ass hole in there?
No. Oh, the hole probably wasn't even that big. Like we put posters over. We had a house inspector. We put posters over the top of it so they didn't suspect it. It wasn't until we moved out, but like, hey, because we kind of forgot there was a hole in the door when we moved out, so we got kicked out. Could you imagine that?
Right. I can. Okay.
What room was this door connecting between?
Oh God.
That's the game, Sky.
This is someone's bedroom.
Dude, you have to make up shit on the fly.
Wait. When you kicked this kid in the nuts, what was the reason for kicking him in the nuts?
No. I punched him in the nuts.
Oh, punched him in the nuts. My bad. Why did you punch him in the nuts? And how old was he?
I was about 6.
Okay.
6 and
And what was it?
I don't know. Like I just punched him in the nuts.
Childhood disputes can cause that. Okay.
I remember punching me in the nuts, but not why.
I do that a lot.
How long did it take him to get up off the floor?
Oh God, dude, this is what I'm 31 now, so that's like. All I remember is punching him. So.
If you want to play this game, you gotta be prepared for questioning. I
don't know, just pull it
the
out.
And the third one was.
Hell, I just came up with 2 more on the fly.
I put a firecracker up a cat's ass and lit it.
Did the cat survive?
Yeah.
Well, I think so. But I could put this scenario, like a few years ago we went to Canberra. Like Canberra was the last state you could actually do fireworks. I think I've told this story before about how you can get fireworks on the Queen's birthday long weekend. And we're with the Air Force and throwing fireworks at people's houses. And we found this cat. Maybe it is. But we found this cat, and we thought, hey, why don't we do something really stupid? And because, we were drunk and probably off our gourd, but I never got stoned, so we're probably really, really drunk. And we tied some bumblebees, more so to its tail and lit it. Shut up.
Now, did anybody catch you guys lighting that firecracker in that cat's ass? Did you get in trouble?
Fuck no, we were with the Air Force.
Oh,
we were with the Australian Air Force, which is the funniest part of it.
Okay, I'm ready to give my answer. What about you two?
I'm pretty much there. Pretty much there.
What about you, Jenk?
I don't even care if I lose. I just think the fucking lighting a firecracker in a fucking cat's ass is funny.
Yeah. Yes, but I want to rule that one out immediately. I was leaning towards punching and kidding the nuts until you were unable to give any detail about that, so I'm going to say number 1. The hole in the door is the truth.
You know what? I want to say that's where I was going to with number 1. As far as...
Oh, he said door? I thought he kicked a hole in a dog. Man, this is some good weed.
That would be Chuck Norris powers if I did that, wouldn't it?
God damn. I thought he said dog. All right, I changed my answer to number 1.
Sorry.
So
I gotta mute myself. Hold on.
Jesus Christ. So are we all going for number 1? The truth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going with number 1.
Sky Genie, reveal all.
Okay, number 2 is completely a lie, because, like, as a 6-year-old, even as a 6-year-old, I don't remember much anyway. I never punched a kid in the nuts. Number 3, however, much of that is true, except we didn't light the cat on fire. We made a bumblebee tree, which we like the fireworks bumblebees they shoot in the air. We tied it up with sparkler bombs and made a pyrotechnic. However, number 1 is the right answer.
I fucking love you, Sky. I fucking love you with every bone in my body.
Okay, this one I have to get out because now that I'm reading it on paper, this is hilarious.
I'm sorry.
You all right, Sam?
Yeah,
Just breathe.
I'm trying to be So hard. So hard. I'm
Oh,
good.
yeah.
I'm good. Look at me. Look. I'm good. Look.
For now. Okay, I got one more, and then I actually I may lose reception because I got to go pick up dinner.
Right on, babe.
First one's my mom forgot me at the grocery store, thinking I was one of the stuffed animals in the back seat. I snuck out one night to spray paint balls on your chin on my ex-girlfriend's mom's car, and then ran away screaming, "You can't deny our love!"
And number 3.
And then my third one is I once ran through the walls of an abandoned trailer acting like the Kool-Aid Man, yelling, "Oh yeah!"
See, I can play all those three.
What was the first one again? I'm sorry, Jenk. I'm so sorry, but...
My mom forgot me at the grocery store thinking that I was the stuffed animal in the back seat.
How big was the stuffed animal?
Literally life size. It was literally as tall as I was.
What section did she lose you in? Or how did you guys get separated?
I legit, like, you know those little, like, candy machines at the front of the store?
Yeah.
Yo, when I was a kid, I had such an obsession with going to check out those machines. And apparently, she thought I was, like, right behind her. Put everything in the car thinking, I'm already in. Like, I was a self-sufficient kid. I sat there. I was ready to buckle myself in, even in a booster seat. Like, I was an early bloomer as far as, being semi-smart.
Okay. Dude. What a jig. Okay. God damn it. Get your shit together, Sam. Damn it. God damn it. Okay. Damn it. Jenk might... God damn it. He might stump me on this one. Okay, Jenk. Because I drank some medicinal tea.
Mm-hmm.
Can you okay, so I already got the first one.
The other ones are. I once snuck out in the middle of the night to spray paint balls on your chin on my ex-girlfriend's mom's car, then ran away screaming, "You can't deny our love!"
Okay, then let me tell you this. How old were you when that happened?
I was actually a sophomore in high school.
How long had you guys been dating?
In total or just at the time?
Total. On and off.
In total, we were together for like 3 years.
And why did y'all break up? Not to be prying, but I just trying to get some facts here.
I was a dick. I couldn't keep my dick in my pants when I was a kid.
Me either. I feel you, bro. Okay. So, okay. Luke, do you have any questions on this one?
No, I'd say you've covered all the questions I had.
Okay. The third one?
Third one is I once ran through the walls of an abandoned trailer acting like the Kool-Aid Man, yelling, "Oh yeah!"
Okay, what?
How many trailers did you go through?
There was actually they were double stacked walls, and there was about 3 walls that I had to go through.
And what gave you the idea to be the Kool-Aid Man?
Well, the Kool-Aid Man is just badass, for one, and for two, they were tearing down the trailers soon anyway.
Hey, you guys froze.
Huh?
You guys froze. What happened?
Could you still hear?
Nothing.
No, I couldn't. You guys froze up.
Do you want to?
Oh, okay.
Then?
Probably because you're moving around too.
I had to go.
Sorry, I'm getting a lighter for my joint, Sky.
No, like I said, they were like
as I've already heard,
they were double stacked walls. There were 3 double stacked walls, and I only did it because they were already planning to tear the trailer down anyway. Anyway,
Who did the trailer belong to?
As bad as this is going to sound, it was an old man that had passed away. But he left the place in such bad condition they were just going to tear it down.
I've been in that position. I've been in that position where somebody has passed away and they need demolition, but they can't afford like real demolitioners, so they pay like a whole bunch of kids to tear it down. I was one of those Mexicans to do that. So I can absolutely understand that. All right. Oh shit. Look, goddamn.
I'm going to say the number 2 is the truth. The car painting one this time.
Okay.
You must have had some reason to think of the car painting for the failed art one.
God damn it, Luke. Now you're making sense. Okay. Shit. I had... Sky, any guesses? Help a sister out.
Well, number 1 seems plausible. I mean, who gets left behind in a grocery store at some point? Number 2 was what was the number 2 again?
That was the me painting on my ex-girlfriend's mom's car, running away screaming, "You can't deny our love."
That's plausible too, because that could exist for 2 truths and a lie. We watched through paint dinner on someone's car, so that's something that could be true as well. And number 3, well, who doesn't like to be Kool-Aid Man?
God damn it! I know this is hard.
That's why I made sure. That's why I made sure to throw this one in, because it was too. You know
what? Because I'm an asshole, I'll go with number 1.
What?
Because my parents are an assholes. I'll fucking go with number 1.
So
But,
Luke says 2, Sky says 1.
Hold on.
Sam.
Hold on. Okay.
So go through what we all
God
said.
damn it. Oh, I'm sorry.
Was that?
Go through again what we all said.
Oh, you said what was it?
2.
2 for the balls on the chin, and Sky decided that he wanted to be the dick and say my mom left me behind.
Yeah.
What one did you go for, Sam?
I'm so disappointed because good Lord, I'm going to tell you that I am absolutely torn between number 1.
I'm waiting for it to be number 3. I'll stay with
oh my
1.
God, Sky, you suck. Yes, number 1 and number 3. Shit, God damn it. Thank you for ruining the suspense. Not just joking. That's because you're my good buddy and you know what I'm thinking. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Okay. Fuck it. I'm gonna be the oddball out and I'm gonna go with 3.
Sam wins again. We were legitimately sitting there drunk off our asses. This is back when I actually used to drink. And I was fucking ripped. And I wasn't feeling shit. My friends like literally my ex-girlfriend actually slapped me in the face to make sure I really wasn't feeling anything. And then I literally started going head first through all the walls just to weaken them.
Everybody raise your hand. I've done that. Who hasn't? That shit. Salute.
Yeah, I've done some.
That was good. That was fucking good.
Like
oh my God, that was so fucking good. That was so good.
And I'm not gonna lie. Number 2 would have been the truth. But I actually sat there and got into a screaming match near my high school with my ex's mom instead, and then she finally understood that I wasn't the asshole she thought I was, and that was just at first. Later on, she found out that I really was just an asshole.
You guys are fucking awesome. Oh shit. Oh shit. Thank you so much for fucking calling. Okay, look. Thank you so much for calling in because like you guys heard at the beginning, I was a little bit sick, and I didn't Luke and I did not get together to cover very many topics and shit like that. So thank you so much. You guys are fucking awesome. Thank you for thank you for.
I'm not even gonna lie. I literally just got back from the store a little while ago. I looked down at my other phone because that's where I get all my like main notifications. I was like, "Holy shit, it's Tuesday!"
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not really here. You're just all high.
dude, don't look. This is how high I am. I went to the hospital. Right? Don't even fucking trip. Okay, I go to the hospital all the time. I got some good drugs. It was great. And so I went, got released, got injected with all kinds of great shit. Oh, yeah. And came home, and Luke was like, Luke, I'm sure, was fucking worried his ass off because I hadn't contacted him. Me, like a piece of shit, I forgot my phone at home when I went to the hospital. And I would usually text Luke, hey, I'm in the hospital. I'll send him a pic. Hospital, #hospital bed. And so, but I forgot it. And so I was just like, what the fuck, dude? He's been so fucking awesome and so patient with me. We came on here with no topics, no nothing. I came straight out of the hospital. I'm still high, and he knows it. And so there you go. That's how that went.
Here's how I'm going to exit the show. Because I do have to go get dinner before she comes home from work. That's right. So here's how my exit goes.
You got it, sir.
I'm going to bring this up again on Thursday on the Super Party, but I want everybody's opinion here real quick.
Okay.
I'm sure some of you have already seen the fact that I actually tweeted for once because I was actually kind of pissed off, and I had to ask, how is it that we can get a monologue from Mojo Rawley, but we can't get decent promo work or vignettes for the actual NXT stars just coming in?
I don't know, and I can't really answer since I've stopped watching.
You want to know why? Because they bring these people into for a fresh new face, which is good. I can understand that. You got to bring new people in all the time. The problem is they put them on the TV show without a plan. There's no plan for these guys. They just put them on there for a fresh coat of paint. They expect them to get over. They expect them to get over overnight, and then they don't. And when they don't, they get shut down. Yeah. Because you got what? Because you get what? EC3. EC3 was probably a big deal. Like he was in WWE, then he left and made a name for himself. He comes back and goes to NXT and builds himself up.
He got fired. He got fired and went and made a name for himself. And once he finally made a name for himself, then they decided to bring him back and still do fucking nothing with him.
Like people keep going on, and I guess AEW is like a hit and miss. Like that's the reality of what's going to happen there. It's either going to be a hit or a miss. But people trash on that, saying, well, how bad this is going to be. But yet they watch WWE, and everybody on there is like, it's either sink or swim. If they don't get over overnight, then that's it for them. Like, I'm kind of glad that there's more companies out there now with a bit more variety. These guys get a bit more incentive to do stuff in wrestling. But and also I think it's good because it steps up Ring of Honor's game. It steps up New Japan's game. Like all these other companies that now have to step up because now there's two companies breathing down everyone's necks. So I don't know.
and that's really why I brought it up, because I find it funny that they haven't done really anything with Mojo since all of that shit at the Rumble. Like, what was it, like almost 2 years ago? And yet we're still getting these half-hearted promos out of him with no real work on the people that they're now just bringing in from NXT. It just, to me, it doesn't make sense.
So were we all fair then, were we?
Man, I wish I could understand y'all's generation. Because I'm the generation of Jake the Snake, Hulk Hogan,
Viva la raza!
Viva la raza! I lie, I cheat, I steal, bitch. That was my mantra for like a long time. I really did lie, cheat, and steal.
At the same time, like you could even look at like a generation like that where it was just like, even though they didn't do as much promo work behind it, these are people who came in and just, you know, sort of took over for themselves. We're talking people who don't even have the balls to do so anymore because they're afraid that Vince is gonna fucking like. I don't know.
Okay, that's a whole different thing because it wasn't even like that before Vince took over completely and fully. So when the days that I'm talking about, fucking Eddie Guerrero, his fucking cousin, I'm talking about old school dudes. It was a different entity. Now it's under Vince McMahon. He holds a majority share. It's different now. He's taken a different look to it. After that, I kind of lost interest. Honestly, when after Eddie Guerrero died and Next and Raw came out, like you've got great talent, but my heart sank with the way they were portraying them and projecting them at that point. They're not even using them.
I think you also find, and I've said this before, one, they're too corporate for their own good, but also you got a 70-year-old billionaire guy trying to dictate pop culture. Sorry, if you're in your 70s, if you like, I'm 31. I don't even know what pop culture is nowadays. So
supposed billionaire,
millionaire, whatever. Like that, whatever. He's making more money than us. Clearly, clearly making more money than us. But at the same time, he's trying to dictate pop culture to people in their 20s and 30s. You can't do that at 70 years old. Sorry.
I would honestly say there's a better chance that Poultice is being honest that he's a billionaire as opposed to Vince McMahon. And we know how he loves to exaggerate his wealth.
Well, that's pretty much why I brought all this up, because a lot of it just doesn't make sense to me, because there's nothing that substantiates half of their decisions these days. And I know that this
they're grasping at straws.
Is going to be a little unpopular with some people, but like Don, Tony, and them are right. Like, fucking, where's the build with Batista? He's got almost no affect to his actual character now. Like, everybody thinks you're better at acting in Hollywood. Why couldn't you bring any of that back to the company with you?
I'll be honest with this. I've been watching since, like, I've watched every WrestleMania since WrestleMania 18. That's what, how many years is that? That's what, almost 20 years? Just under? Yeah. Like, and this year, I'm thinking of not watching it all. This will be the first time.
And why is that?
I just had no interest. I have no interest in sitting watching watching a 7 to 8 hour show. I mean, the difference between New Japan and WWE, New Japan treats it as a sport. So as a sport, it's presented differently to the point, like, everything builds. Like, this match will build and build and build to the point you get to the main event. Oh, this is the best thing going, you know. I don't want to go all Dave Meltzer, but there's a lot of those matches that you get to the main event and fuck, it keeps you intrigued.
Okay.
There's a lot of times I've been watching a 4 to 6 hour New Japan show and I'm thinking, shit, that this could have went longer, but this went like 6 friggin' hours. Whereas WWE,
it's 4:20 somewhere.
And I'm still smoking.
I took care of that. I took care of that shit. That's biological for me.
Whereas WWE, you get to the 2nd to 3rd hour and you're done. Because you once you get through the Baron Corbin matches, the Drew McIntyres, then you get to this and that. Finally, you may get to a main event like Daniel Bryan versus Kofi Kingston I'm guessing that will be a good match. By the time you get to that point, like, you're kind of done at that point.
Can I just say before you continue,
I'm done.
good night, Tyler. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Oh, thank you, Tyler.
And
good night, Tyler.
Hello to Lola Skates, I think. It's always nice to see new faces in here.
Absolutely. Follow us. We love hard, bitch. That was probably not a good promo for us, but whatever. I love you hard.
But,
follow us.
Can anyone here think of a good film to use at the movie review segment for this week? Because because I'm not gonna lie, but my mental status has been to call it fucked up over the last couple of days would be kind.
Yeah, we've been busybodies.
What's that?
Has anybody seen the Venom movie yet?
No.
The what? Wait, what?
Venom.
The
new Venom movie.
The only film I've been able to watch this week is from Disney, The King of the Wild Frontier, and I don't really know if that would be a good thing to review.
I don't even know if I've heard that before.
It's basically Disney telling the life story of frontiersman David Crockett.
Oh, then never mind. If it's Disney, I'm probably not gonna watch it.
No, can anybody see me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
From
I'm just joking.
From fighting Indians under Andrew Jackson to serving in Congress to dying in battle.
I wish Disney would go back to the old 2D animated sort of movies, because I thought they were a lot better than a lot of the 3D stuff now. Not to say they aren't bad, like a lot of them are bad. It's just that I thought 2D ones were a lot better than the ones that they're currently producing.
He went off to Congress and served
how many people have seen Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, or Peter Pan, or Aladdin, or whatever? Like, then you get now, everything's like 3D. I haven't even seen that Frozen movie. I don't really plan to.
Yeah, the Aladdin is getting like a lot of shit for it right now. I haven't even seen it, but Aladdin's getting a lot of shit. The remake.
Of course it is. The remake. Well, the remake, I understand, man. Look at it. I'll be in that camp because I don't like Will Smith as the genie. Sorry, and that's not the answer. But you've had Robin Williams, you can't go anyone else. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I get that. Dude.
Well, no, just really quick before I lose you guys, just to sort of go with your question, Luke. I saw the movie. I think other people should too. It's a little slow till about maybe halfway to through the movie, but it actually didn't turn out half as bad as I thought it would.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of people are a little weird on the way they try to tell the stories these days, but it turned out okay in my book.
A movie I watched the other night was Ridgemount High, or whatever the rest of that movie's called. Those guys are facts.
Heard of it, just haven't seen it.
Oh, it's got is it Sean Penn? It's an old school 80s movie, but anyway.
Yeah, my shit's skipping too. That's why I turned on my video. I thought my shit was fucking up.
Okay.
The story
Give me a second, I'm fixing something.
The storybooks tell they were all cut low, but the truth of it is, this just ain't so. The legends will live and then myths will grow, so long as we remember the Alamo. Davy Crockett, fighting for liberty.
And you haven't done any kind of drugs, or I guess alcohol, but
Yeah.
I know. Is anyone digging the beard on Luke Birch right now?
I am. Be right back.
It's not really that prevalent, to be fair.
Oh no.
Yes, it's there, but it's not overly prevalent.
Yeah. I don't know, it looks different. You normally clean shaven and all this. It's like, he's getting older. Shit.
I'm not actually a huge fan of this. Now, granted, I'm a huge fan of sideburns. I may very well have sideburns till the day I start losing my hair.
You should get the old school rock sideburns. That would be really funny. The Birch says.
I will probably have sideburns for a year to come till I start losing hair, but I'm not really a huge fan of this. I just
you think you get the baldness happening?
Not yet. I just can't be fucking bothered to shave it off at the moment. I just don't have the mental energy to do so.
I like it. I think it's cool. I think it's cool.
Yeah.
I wish I could grow facial hair.
It looks like a trucker.
I only grow ball hair. Because of my 10 inches, so I only grow ball hair. And I wish I could grow hair like Luke.
So awesome. who was the Alabama of Luke Birch earlier? He was going I before.
Wait. Look at that! Look at those locks! That's like Rapunzel. Like that badass fucking golden strand of hair.
You wouldn't happen to be talking about Tyler from Pennsylvania, would you?
I don't know. He sounded rednecky to me.
What?
Me?
What topic were we talking about?
I don't know.
Were we talking football?
No.
Probably.
Then
we're talking hair.
Then it was probably Tyler from Pennsylvania.
He sounded rednecky.
Tyler from Pennsylvania. Is that Ty?
Yeah.
Ty's from Pennsylvania?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Sorry, Ty. I'm a doofus. Call me Doofus Sam.
He sounded rednecky, didn't he? Maybe.
No. I sound rednecky and like Mexican-y. Like I have a really bad accent, and so I've come to terms with it because my accent is so fucking confused in itself and what it wants to be. So
I have an even southern accent.
I'm like a Texan with like Mexican. How you do that? How you do that? Howdy.
At least your voice is better than mine.
No. Don't even start with that shit, Luke. I sound like a fucking Muppet on crack.
I don't know. We all have different accents. Maybe we all need translators.
But see, Sky, you have a beautiful voice. Luke has a beautiful voice. I have a Muppet voice.
The shit I have to edit every week suggests different to me.
Oh, did you see the Kermit the Frog thing Wiener put out?
No. I see.
Okay.
Okay. I don't.
There's an old commercial. Like I don't have it on me, but Wiener posted it. It must be on Facebook. It was Kermit the Frog in like a coffee commercial, and he would murder like this thing that looks like, I'm guessing it was the Telemonster, earlier version of Telemonster, but yeah, he would say, you should drink forget the coffee. You should drink such coffee. It's like the other was like, oh, I don't drink coffee, so he would start murdering the other dude. And this is like old school, like 50s.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I gotta see that. If you have a link to that, you gotta send that to me, Sky. Because oh my god, I would love to see that. I'm the one that likes to see YouTube videos of kids bumping into shit.
I'd have to go on.
I will enjoy this greatly. Please send it to me.
Go on, Sky.
Yeah, it was on Wiener's Facebook, so you'd have to search it. I'll see if I can.
Hold on, you guys are breaking up.
I can't play it, but I can.
Yeah, so perhaps I should be able to get it too, but we're already over the 2-hour mark, so do you want to get into the closing segment?
Oh shit. I didn't hear the last 10 seconds because my country Wi-Fi was being a cunt.
That's all good.
We're already comfortably over the 2-hour mark, so do you want to get into the closing segment and wrap this up?
Okay. Well, let's let our guests plug something before we do.
Hell yeah. Go on, Sky.
Sky, my love.
Sky, check us out on Twitter at the Sky Genie, on Facebook, Sky Genie Radio. I don't know if I'm doing a show this week, but we shall see.
Right on.
Right.
And if you we'll be there.
Here we are.
And
I'll tag you in. I'll tag you in at Luke Birch. I found the commercial.
And me. Tag me too. Thank you.
Are you on there? Oh well, you tag to Luke Birch because I can't find you on Facebook, so it's all good.
I'll find you, babe. I'll find you.
I'll send it back through to you on Twitter.
Sounds good. So follow our buddy Sky. He's the greatest.
Sky, do you want to stay with us for the closing segment, or do you want to drop off?
Sure, I'm easy.
It's completely up to you.
I'm good.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Got my pen and paper ready.
Okay.
Okay. What are we doing for the closing segment?
So the closing segment.
Brief Spanish lesson.
Yes.
Oh.
It was a whole thing, but we're doing this now. So the closing segment is a bit of Spanish.
So it's a guess what you said in Spanish.
Oh no, I actually teach a bit of Spanish to Luke.
Well, how about this? How about this for something different? We you say something in Spanish. Me and Luke Birch have to guess it, and then you tell us what it is. After we guess it, how about that?
How about I give you? Okay, I'm going to give you guys a softball on this. I think both of you should know this, and I think it's a proper Spanish term just because it invokes emotion. So I think you guys will both get this. Softball. Te amo.
I love you.
That's my doll right there.
That correct?
I don't know.
Is
Sky?
it?
I'm gonna give Sky Genie $1 billion.
Te amo. Te, which is you. Amo, which is love. And I thought it would be fitting to learn this slang for this segment because te amo los dos. I love you both. Te amo.
No, $10 million. Damn.
You get 10 internet $1 million.
Do you want
to spend as you please?
Do you want to type it in chat so I can write it down?
Win $10 million.
Do you want to?
Wait, what?
Do you want to write it in Skype or the Mixler so I can write this down?
Okay. I'm gonna write it in. Let me put it in Mixler.
To Homo, is it?
Te. Oh wait. Spell correct. Because
Homo. What?
I'm sorry. Spell correct because spell correct is racist. And
is it?
Yeah, it is.
The ammo.
Because I was like, te. Oh my God. T. Hold on.
So Homo.
Oh my God. Freaking. Look at that. That's my freaking iPad. Fuck you, iPad. It's the last one. Te amo. Te
amo.
Yeah. I love you.
Te amo.
Te amo. Say amo. Say amo.
Amo.
Homo. Amo.
There you go. I'm going to have to take you both on as students here. Te amo.
Ammo.
Like say ammo.
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 Te amo.
Te ammo.
Te ammo.
I'm sorry. Oh my God, that was perfect, dolls. Let me take this shot.
Well, you gotta remember, I have a weird accent, so it might come out differently.
Oh, I had to take a shot in celebration because that was awesome. I need to have you guys in my class more often. Sky, you have a hidden tongue that you do not know. Just saying.
Okay. I have an evil tongue, but definitely not hidden.
Hey, but you know what? But evil and Hispanic go together.
You can get a hold of... you can get a hold of me any time except for when I'm suffering from laryngitis or influenza.
Yes.
I'm sure I can. Just, I don't like to grab down there. I punch down there, but not Oh, okay.
Sky, and you've got my my Skype. Dude, feel free to freaking Skype me anytime. I love you to bits. We've been conversing in the corner for a very long time, and if you ever want to Skype me, I'm here, and that's an honest invitation. I dare you to do it. I hope you do.
Sure. I'm very rare with Skype because it's just, I don't know. Like, when I get off the internet, I get away from it. So that's probably what I have to do.
Absolutely. Oh, no, I don't blame you. You got it right, doll. You're the one that's going to survive beyond everybody with the phone in their face. You're doing great. Believe that.
Yeah.
So, but I'm here. Yeah, I want to say hi.
All right.
But thank you for joining us, Sky, tonight.
Thank you, Sky.
And can I just say thank you for that brilliant fucking laugh during the Truth and Lie segment. That was elite.
Which one? When I said about the number 3.
Yeah, the firecrackers up the cat's ass.
Technically, as I said,
I was
3,
torn.
A lot of those elements of that story that I used was true.
I was torn.
Not the cat.
What?
Okay, the elements of the story, like of the being around the Air Force, like throwing fireworks at the people's houses, like all of that was true.
What? So
except for the cat.
So you're saying that enough of it was true that you could bullshit your way through, similar to...
Yeah, it was a loophole.
Similar to
Sky is a fucking genius.
Yeah, similar to me with the foot surgeries.
There you go. You guys are fucking evil geniuses. Fuck y'all. Evil geniuses. Fuck y'all.
See,
with
the
the loopholes.
I was hoping to be a little bit more legitimate too, because who remembers stuff that they done at 6?
Yeah, that's true. But still, you were so convincing. You were great. You did so fucking awesome. I loved it. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I was an asshole and I didn't contribute too much to the planning of this show. And I mean, you and Jenk and everybody else just made it. Thank you so much. Thank you.
And tonight, let's just give one final shout out. The name of the new guy has been cut off, so I can't shout them out. But tonight we've been joined, obviously, by Sky, by Jenk, and by Tyler in the call itself. Thank you all for joining us.
Thank you so much.
And in the chat we had Yuck Nasty, my big sis Vic, BFK, Russell Zavala, and
Mimi King,
and Tucker. I don't care that I've known you for so long. I will never be able to pronounce your second name.
Thank you, Tucker, for joining. I appreciate you.
I'll fix it up later. I know the chat in Mixel logged out. I hate when that happens.
Oh.
Like you're in the middle of a show, you've been on the show for about an hour, and all of a sudden Mixel logs out.
Yeah.
The way I think about that is that when it's lagging like that, they're listening so intensely, they're kicking ass.
Yeah, that is the one thing about Mixler that I hate. The fact that it logs you out without your fucking consent.
It's every time you go to listen to a show. Like, you go in there any other time, like, it could be like Birch leaving it in the chat room, and half the time it would never be an issue. It's when someone goes live or in the middle of going live, like, that's when it happens.
Your message could not be sent at this time.
Why the fuck are they trying to control Mixler? Like, what the fuck do they gain from that? Like, the more we broadcast, the more revenue, right?
It's kind of the bug system, because when we had that timer issue, like I
remember that.
When I messaged the guy, like, I was more polite to him than anything, because, you know, it could be just as I thought it would be, just a fuck up in the system, and he ended up fixing it all, the whole thing, and I got an extra month free for the trouble too. So you know.
So you're saying that the two of us aren't the only ones that have had interactions with John Burt. We are not getting into our fucking views on that.
See, because what happened was I got Johnny and Yuck to do the same thing. Don't be an asshole, just be polite. And they wouldn't do it. So they wouldn't be an asshole to him.
You got someone else to do it as well.
Yeah. Oh, dude! Like, I made sure I made because they were all having the same issue as well. I think Yuck was having the same issue. I think Johnny was having the same issue. Because what happened is you'd throw the mixer on, and you'd lose half an hour of the show within 5 minutes. It's like, what the fuck's happening here? Like, it's good that. It was good at that point. I had the 12 hours because I wouldn't have got through one of the Sky Genie shows if that happened.
Hell, at least that would probably force us to keep track of time.
Yeah.
Well, it only happened for about a couple of days, so it was like I got that thing fixed. But that's why I said, well, maybe I should warn this guy. He said to me, all it was, I just had to reset the whole mixer thing. So it was something on his end. So I mean, as it happens, you know. Yeah, no, like whenever stuff like that happens, it's like, well, maybe instead of going half cocked at this guy, maybe be polite about it, and, you know, I got an extra month for it. Win-win, if you ask me.
I think everyone who messaged him got a 3 months. I know I did.
Yeah, I'm thinking I might be going back to 3 hour ID though, because I haven't used Mixler for that much since. The whole intention for doing the 12-hour thing was, well, to hope to get. So I was wanting for Blades and Bobby Anthony when they were doing the Inhuman Experience. I think, well, you could both do it on my channel. I expand it, and if I make one do something else and everyone else, that'll be great. And then none of that ever came about, and whatever.
I will be completely honest. I remembered that I did have a few questions about it, but I was able to figure everything out on this end.
They wanted to do their own thing, and it's like, well, that's great. Well, whatever. Then it's like, well, I got about $260 for that, but I won't.
Well, I'm glad that you guys figured it out, because I was paying for almost 8 months a membership that I wasn't even using as far as broadcasting goes.
I don't know if
they told me, check this out, I cannot comment in the live chat unless I have a subscription. Sorry, subscription.
Yeah.
I'm medicated. Shut the fuck up.
An account, for fuck's sake.
No, but that was like a long time ago, and now it's an account. But before, it had to be a subscription, and so I was paying $10 a month to fucking be in a chat. $10 a month to be in a chat.
When I started doing the podcast, it was still the 1 hour free you could do. Like, it was whatever of Mixer you could do, and then we lost that.
But the thing it was telling me is that I couldn't comment. The thing was, God, I wish I would have taken screenshots, because I could probably have some sort of a fucking civil action suit. But it told me you cannot comment in the chat unless you have Mixler Premium, which was $9.99 a month. And so I was like, well, I want to comment. I want to support my friends.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to get it. And so I did it. And then it was like, then all of a sudden it's just for broadcasters. I'm like, bitch, don't fuck with my money.
I
Fuck with my money, fuck with my heart. I'll punch you in the throat. That's
I don't, until the first year of podcasting, I don't remember ever paying for Mixler, like at all when I first got the account.
I was paying $9.99, and they said, if you want to chat, if you want to put your 2 cents in, but see, algorithms.
And if it comes to a point where I can't use Mixler to do it live, that'll be okay, because then I'll just record the show.
It was more of like an algorithm that told me, okay, you can't do it for a certain way. So I did a certain way, and I paid for it, and then it turned out I didn't even need to pay to comment in the chat. So it was
I'm also thinking too, because like with the show I want to do, and I'll go to this now because there is think about the show I want to do. Well, I tried to do it on my own. It's definitely a 2-person show, and I'm thinking of going back to doing tape shows and playing them live. Like I used to do the Sky Genie show. When I originally started broadcasting on Mixler, because the reason why I did that was that's when we left YouTube. Like I was just I was putting them on the reel and started playing it. I'll break it up into bits, so I'd have music in between it. But half the shit was already edited.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
That's just typical, isn't it? The second I decide that I want to start getting on air is the second they remove the 3-hour option.
I think it really is a 3-hour option.
No, the free 1-hour option.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a business. It's marketing. You got to figure, what am I going to make off of this? What's the percentage I'm going to do? So it's sucky, but YouTube creators have been suffering lately, and that's been a topic. I'm glad you brought that up. Because
but the other thing too, if there is a situation where like I want to do something streaming, you just do YouTube.
Yeah.
But now they're censoring. But now they're censoring. Yeah. And the bad thing is that I have a show that I watch that happens to have a child that is disabled that does gymnastics, and because they're a child, they block their content and they can't make any revenue.
Just very quickly, so that we can play the outro song. We've only got about 15 minutes left.
All right, babe. Let's do this, babe. Let's take it out.
We can still go about 15 minutes and still get the outro song in. But
if you really want to continue, I could just start my mix.
I'm having so much fun with Sky.
But so do you want to?
Oh well, if you want to keep going, you can play intro. Like when that's done, I'll throw my mixer on if you want. I don't care. Well, it depends on what you guys want to do.
If we do, would you mind shooting? First of all, would you mind if the outro song here concludes before we jump over?
Go for it. Yeah, that's it. That's song.
And would you mind downloading it and sending it to me via email? I'll shoot you my email on Twitter.
Yeah. Sure.
But yeah. Oh, okay. Thank you everyone who joined us here tonight.
Thank you so much.
I know we still have a few minutes, but that gives us enough time to play the outro song. Because
I'll call it the TP after party because I can't be bothered typing all that out.
Can I say TCP out?
TCP.
No, I want to say it. Can I say it? Let me say it. Let's all say it together. Ready? 1, 2, 3. TCP
out.
Out.
So anyway, we're live now. So this is TCP after party. Luke Birch is taking a swim somewhere, but joining me is Sensible Sam.
What up?
I'm not the host. I'm just hosting on my Mixler for people on the download. So yeah.
Oh gosh. So it comes on to me. Okay.
Take it
so
away.
What happened? All right. So thank you very much for joining us on the after party. Thank you, Sky, for hosting us. I hope Luke finishes soon because I need a fucking partner. And on that note, I think.
Are we hot yet?
Oh, good. He didn't fall in. Are we what?
Are we hot yet or still?
We're so hot.
Still playing.
We're so hot. Your skirt's burning.
We're hot. Okay.
Yeah. No, we are very hot. I don't know what that means.
We are live.
Okay.
Live. No, we're not live. We're just shooting the shit. Feel free to talk about everything. Maybe give out your social security number. I don't know if you have that in the UK. We call that I don't know what we call it.
We call it national insurance.
There you go.
Anybody that wants to give me good credit, my social security is 425 65 666 66. Feel free to give me good credit. Take it away.
24 24.
So let's be careful of that because that's when they rob you.
No. They think they're gonna rob me, but when they apply for credit, their score's gonna go down because they don't know my fucking score's shitty.
You see,
jokes on them.
See, I'd give out my bank account. They could go to rob me, but there's no money in it anyway. So
that's what I'm saying. Go ahead, try.
I think the last time I looked, it was 67 cents.
I had somebody.
Go for your life.
No.
It's funny, like when people say, we could, somebody could sue me for stuff like that. I'm like, well, here's 20 cents. Like, what's that for? Well, that's all I got. Sue why? Like, don't need to give me a lawyer or anything.
I've been a part of so many of these information dumps that they keep trying to apply for credit under my name, and the fucking joke's on them because my credit's so bad that their credit gets fucked up. So it's kind of like a double whammy, you know. It's like, bitch, I'm gonna get this fucking credit. I'm gonna buy a fucking Porsche on fucking Sensible Sam, and then it's like, womp womp womp. Your credit's so shitty, you fucking get a Prius.
But you know who used to work for their money? Those people that would add you on Facebook, and they're like you're single. You get these people on Facebook. They're trying to trick to get money out of you, and I'm just like, Dad, these people used to actually work it because like what I used to do on that thing. I could have used this for two lies and a truth. One thing I used to do on Facebook was I used to troll these people and tell people I was into these fetishes. Like weird fetishes, like could be fetishism, could be bondage, could be this and that. Like all these random fetishes, I'll be giving them details about this stuff. Oh, would you do this? Would you be into this? They're always like, yeah. It'll get to the point where it gets to the money. It's like, where can I send the money? It's like, Western Union. And like, okay, block.
Sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
You were only trolling. Sure.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I just get bored, and to the point like I'm just like I'm just gonna troll these people back. They may not get any money out of me, but they sure get an education.
Right. Oh my god, that's so funny that you say that because when I was looking for a house to rent and blah blah blah, you get a lot of these scammers, and they tell you, "Oh, come and get this house. It's too good to be true." Turns out it's an empty lot, but they want you to send the money through fucking Walmart to their wife. And I'm like, yeah, that doesn't sound shifty. I'll send the fucking money to your wife through Walmart, bitch.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check the land first.
when they mention Western Union used to be the big craze back in the early late 80s, early 90s. To the point scams got a hold of this, and that's how they got people's money. They still use it to this day, which is weird.
Yeah.
And like nowadays, you don't really need Western Union anymore because with PayPal, that transfers money over. They're still behind on PayPal, like all of these scammers. It's like when were you guys born? It's like damn. But they usually always go for Western Union, or I forget the other one, but like those are usually the two they go for.
Oh yeah. I got sent a check. I got sent a check in the mail for like $1,000, right? Because they selected me out of so many people. Oh, out of all these people, we selected you to be the fucking the secret shopper. I was like, all right, I'm gonna play along. Called the cops, told them what was going on. I played along. They sent me a check for $900 that I was supposed to cash through my bank. I was supposed to keep $200 and give the rest to somebody that they directed me to. I'm like, bitch, if I would have cashed that check, I would have been fucked. And it's like, I felt like I have like 15 of those checks.
It's funny when you get the emails and they're like the scams. Oh, if you have won you have won $10 million of thing. I'm gonna give you $10 million. Just give me your name, address, email, and all this other stuff. It's just like, how did you get this in the first place?
Exactly.
Like a lot of the bullshit sales too. I'm sick of sales calling me all the time, ringing me up. Like they either ring up and hang up. One was electricity mob. Like I haven't paid electricity, like on my own for at least 2-3 years at this point. I haven't paid electricity, and because I haven't had to, and these guys go, oh, you were with this electricity company. I go, no, I don't know what you're talking about because I bowed out of mine 3 years ago. It's like, oh, but it says here, hang up. Like I think there's one I absolutely tried. I forget what I did. Probably one of the bondage thing. No, it wasn't. I forget what I did. Yeah. Some story and journey I went through with this person. All they're looking for is to sign me up for I don't know, some insurance. It's funny. It's funny when you control them back.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, Luke Birch, any stories of those or no?
I think I made my views on shit like no, I made my views clear on pyramid schemes, not flat out scams.
I've never sat in one of those before. Like I never like a lot of times like there'll be times when I don't give a shit and I'll be listening to it and I'll be like, oh no, I just can't be bothered. But like, a lot of times you can't trump me with a lot of this shit because I'll see right through it. And with verbiage too, like there's certain verbiage that these people use and you can tell that they're just bullshitting. It's like, what the hell? And so I could see some people that are getting the I lost my train of thought. I had a point and I lost it. But...
Oh, I don't think any of us are peak performance right now.
I should be because I'm probably the only one sober.
Probably.
But then I did go to TAFE today, so I'm like half asleep, half brain dead. Like you know when you go to a place like work or something, study, you get back from there, and while you may be a couple hours removed, you're still like dead, brain dead. I think work and studying that makes you stupid. just for the fact you leave there, like your brain's just half dead. 'Cause you've been switched on all day. You're doing all these other tasks, and that's when your brain needs to rest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Or it could be you've had a decent amount of alcohol. That could be a reason why you're not fully.
Actually, no. If I had alcohol, I think I'd be even. Well, you say you have it. I say I have an evil tongue now. When I'm drunk, I'm probably worse. I don't give a fuck. I'm just relentless.
Did you ever do a drunk show? I think you did, didn't you?
Not drunk. I've had a show where I've had a couple of drinks. Like, here's the thing with me. I don't drink to get drunk. I never have and never will. I get drunk to chill. Like, I have a few drinks to chill out. Like, there's no... Like, I could have one drink... I could have one drink, and I'll be right for the rest of the... Like, I don't have to drink for 6 months at a time. Like, every so often I might sit down and have a couple here and there, but I don't actually need to sit down and drink.
Uh-huh.
Like, since I've been in this place, I don't think I've drank... besides when I was at my ex's, and that was like last month or so, I haven't really had a drink since I've been in this place anyway. Well, actually, since I've been in Tyler, I think I've had two nights I went drinking.
I've just got a message off Sam saying she needs to drop off. It's just gone past midnight and she needs some sleep.
Alright. So, what do you want to do? You want to keep going or do you want to end it? Because I can see you're like at probably at like 4 in the morning at this point.
It's just gone 5 o'clock.
Really? Shit.
I see no harm going either way, but probably...
Have you got a lot to do today, then?
Not much, but I was thinking we may as well end it.
Yeah, no, after a while, the alcohol's not helping and you just want to sleep.
No, but also I was thinking since we only have 50% of TCP now, then is it really an after party?
Yeah. Oh, it's an after party where I am. No. See, I could probably go longer myself just for the fact of the time zone difference. But yeah, I don't mind going off now if you need to. An extra 17 minutes you attached to the show.
I'll be completely honest. I don't mind either way.
I think we'll end it here so you can actually get some sleep. So
no,
man.
I don't go to sleep until I sleep from 6 p.m. Eastern. No, it's
6 a.m.
No, from 1 p.m. Eastern time till about 6 p.m. Eastern time.
What, my time or your time?
No, Eastern time.
Okay. Well, which is Eastern time? I don't know if you're talking UK or if you're talking Australia.
I'm talking US East Coast, so that.
Okay.
And I don't know what the time difference is between us.
Well, it's 4:14 p.m. at the moment.
So that's 11 hours. So
it will change. I think it changes this weekend, or it might be this weekend or next weekend. We go an hour back.
It changes first next weekend. So 1 p.m. Eastern. I don't care that they're in daylight saving times. I'm still gonna count it as 5 hours. Is 6 p.m. here, so it'll be 5 a.m. there.
It should be 3 in the morning there.
it's 5:15 here, so it is actually just gone 1 o'clock Eastern time, but they went to daylight savings time earlier on.
Maybe it'll be 1 in the morning, because I think an hour back goes to 3 o'clock, so maybe we 1 in the morning there.
Yeah, it's just gone 1 o'clock in the morning in the Eastern time zone.
Yeah.
Just gone midnight in the Central time zone, 11 in the Mountain time zone, and 10 in the Pacific time zone.
That's why I usually go with the. I usually go East Coast because I forget the other ones. Too much effort.
Yeah, and that's why I said the time I normally sleep in, Eastern time. Except for during daylight savings changes. Fuck daylight saving time.
So technically you should be in bed now, because it's technically after 1 o'clock.
It's just gone 5:15.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, in the UK, yeah.
It's just gone 5:15 here. It's just gone 1:15 in the Eastern time zone.
Oh well. So I'm good to either continue or if you want to go and relax. Because that is a long show you've done.
I was thinking might as well go about another 15 minutes to make it even worth either of our time for you to send this through to me.
True. True. I don't know. Have you heard? Okay. We haven't touched much on it, but what? You're talking about the New Zealand shooting range.
Yeah.
Like I you know what? I haven't really looked up much on that. I've just seen a little bit of the coverage of it. What's happened, like you see on Facebook.
I'm not really sure I'm in much of a position to say much on this because I am pro-gun. I feel guns should be legalized worldwide.
Yeah, but now you see what happened.
Yeah, but why? But my argument is New Zealand have said they're going to change their gun laws to be a lot tighter. Why the hell should law-abiding citizens lose their right to defend themselves against either an intruder or a tyrannical authoritarian government because one psycho decided to go crazy?
Okay. When I think it's just like when you're a kid you mucked up. What was one thing that happened? You got your toys taken away, right? Because like if you use something, if you have something and you're misusing it, you get it taken off you. This is why I think it should be happening, because these people are misusing it. They're not using it for they're not using it to defend themselves. They're using it to cause harm. And when you're using it to cause harm, sorry, you got to take that shit away. You got to make it tough. I think that should be a lot tougher. I think the US should be a lot tougher. I think there should be psychiatric evaluation, like not just like a background check. Don't just do a background check. Have them evaluated every 3 months.
Which is why I support as many checks as possible. I probably wouldn't say 3 months. I'd probably push it to 9 to 12 months myself, but
you see, because that's the thing. Like,
can I just say something? That's just a minor difference. I'd probably push it to 9 to 12 months myself. But I honestly hate the fact that firearms are illegal here. Because say we get a tyrannical authoritarian government, how the hell am I supposed to defend myself against them? I have no way to do so. Say someone breaks into my home, how am I supposed to defend myself against them? I have no way to do so.
But then you hear with my country's case. I think we've had one mass shooting about one or two mass shootings since we've banned them. It's not completely illegal to own a gun. Like, you still can obtain a gun here in Australia. At the same time though, but like semi-automatic weapons you cannot buy. You can get handguns, you can get shotguns if you're on a farm. If you're using it to protect as a protection, or like say you need to get the foxes out of your stuff because it's taking out your livestock. Okay, that's one thing. But when you're using it to cause harm, I'm sorry, that shit's got to be something's got to be done. Where it's if you get taken off you, well,
and believe me,
if you're upset, the people taking off you, well, don't blame people taking away. Blame the people that fucking did it.
But believe it or not, that is actually where I stand, because I'd be perfectly happy trying to defend myself with a pistol or a shotgun or whatever. I don't see the need for the military-grade weapons amongst the civilian public. But the problem here is it is practically unattainable to acquire a firearm. I feel the laws here in the UK should be weakened a little bit to allow a civilian to purchase at least a pistol to defend themselves. That is where I stand.
But the reason why I say that every 3 months, maybe not every 3 months, but 3 to 6.
Yeah,
is why I say. But why I say every 3 months? Because at that point, that point won't even solve the issue entirely. Like, you still play at the people. Hey, we passed the evaluation, so tomorrow we're going to shoot up this school. Like, you're still going to have that issue. At the same time, though, you still limit the amount of shooters because they still have to plan all this stuff out. And with a license, well, like to get these licenses, well, now everyone's being evaluated. There's a bit more authority on this stuff, so you're not having some nut job who's probably never had a fuck before in their life, shooting up a school ground because they've had a shitty life. I mean, what the fuck? That's what you get with a lot of these people. Is that there's people that they've had a shitty life, so they go shooting these schools up. I mean,
the example I use whenever someone goes to this argument that you've just gone to is an example out of a town in Georgia, which has wrote it into their town law or city law or whatever that any adult must own and maintain a firearm. They have had one homicide in 6 years. I know that's just one town in Georgia, but my view is a person is a lot less likely to commit a robbery, a homicide or whatever against a person if they have a way to defend themselves. And there's a chance that that person trying to commit the homicide could end up dead.
The thing with the robbery, though, but you're supposed to think smart with that too. And if you were taught when you were in retail, like, you can't tackle a person down when you're working in a retail. I don't know what the laws are in the UK or the US, but if you tackle a person that's robbing a store, you're getting charged with assault.
It's the same sort of shit here.
So, what they teach you nowadays is like, well, just give them the money because chances are there's cameras everywhere. Like, if they're stupid, maybe they haven't got anything over their face. It's like all these other stuff that we could give out descriptions at that point. So these people are probably going to get caught in the long run anyway because they're too stupid to do all that stuff. Then maybe there's someone that's actually smart and got the idea, hey, we cover our faces and all this other stuff. But generally, you're probably going to get caught because people are going to recognize like some people.
Mm. Okay, I'd probably say that with guns, I'm similar with how I am on the death penalty, which is I'm at a point where I'm fairly certain on my convictions, and my convictions are that handguns and shotguns should be legal with a license for the sake of defense against a tyrannical government. But it should be difficult to obtain them, but it shouldn't be practically impossible like it is here. If that makes any.
I'll say this too. I've walked around.
If that makes any sense at all, I don't know if it does.
Like I've walked around these streets in my town too. And the place I am now, it's not exactly a place that you say that's it's a small city, so you're gonna have a lot of crime. But at no point have I ever felt like I needed a gun to protect myself. At no point.
Yes, but
and I've been in between here in my hometown. Like it's not that far apart, so I've been here for at least between 31 years, and that's my whole life. So I've never had an issue where I felt I needed to protect myself with a gun ever.
No, I haven't had an issue where I felt I needed to protect myself with a gun, but I would always like to keep that option possible, because any sane-minded person who isn't in a state where they're committing suicide, if it say we were facing off and it got so heated that one of us drew, as much as I love you, pal, I would shoot. I would shoot because my focus would be on saving my own life.
Well, it would be weird if I was to ever pull out a gun on somebody. I'm like, what am I doing? What the fuck?
But I'm just using that as an example. As much as I love you, pal, if the two of us ever met and we got into that situation, I would pull and shoot, because the whole reason I support at least legalizing handguns and shotguns here is for the sake of self-defense.
See, I would probably stick June on somebody before I'd shoot somebody.
And on a hot topic like gun control, there are so many different views that I doubt you will ever find two people who agree 100%. There's so much variation that I doubt you will ever find someone who agrees 100% with another person on gun control.
No one agrees with everything you say. Like me either. Like no one agrees. No one's ever done that in history.
I'm just laying out where I stand, which is I want to have the right to legalize. I want to have the right to own a firearm here, but I don't see the need for the AK-47s, the AR-15s, and all that. Granted, I see why, for example, the US cannot do anything about it because of the Second Amendment, but I at least want the right to own a handgun or a shotgun.
But it's not that hard to just go, hey, well, maybe we're that amendment can be changed. Like everything can be changed.
Oh no,
all it needs to be done is a vote in the Senate, and boom, that law's taken out.
No, you need. I think it's 3/4 of both the House of Representatives and the Senate, and then 2/3 of each state of the states to overturn the Second Amendment.
See, I'm waiting for the first president with the balls to actually try to change it.
No,
like you had Obama talk about it, and probably the only one that has the ball. He won't because he's pro-gun. The only one that will probably have the balls to do it right now, sadly enough, sorry people that hate him, but it's Trump. Like he's probably the only president in the world right now that would probably have the attitude to go, well, fuck it, I'm changing this law.
What you have to understand about the US though is their separation of powers, and the executive branch has no power over constitutional amendments. That is solely down to the legislative branch, unless, as Johnny Florida is calling for, there's a convention of states where there's no need for agreement in the House of Representatives and the Senate, but you still need 2/3 of each state, of all the states, and there is no way that 2/3 of all the states would vote to repeal the Second Amendment.
I mean, at this point with the US, they're so divided that they'd probably argue over a brand of toilet paper.
Yeah, I mean, I know I'm in the majority in Great Britain and I'm going to give away a few of my political positions here. I know I'm in the majority in supporting legalization of firearms. I know it's pretty close. I don't know if I'm in the majority or minority. I think it's close to 50-50 in my support of reestablishing capital punishment. But I don't
think I've ever heard anybody like against that. You probably hear some people, hey, it's probably good if we have some guns in Australia, but I haven't heard anybody that's been opposed to it.
And
no one has been opposed to like changing the gun laws here in Australia, because they've been that strict. Like we've kept it pretty reasonable, and there's been, besides one incident, there's been really no reason for us to change the laws.
Just very quickly, out of curiosity, what are the gun laws in Australia? Are you allowed to own firearms?
You're allowed to.
So, under what circumstances?
I don't know the full law of it, but you can own a firearm, but it must be within this legal stuff. You have to, like, legal reasons. Like, you can own it if you're on a farm or a property. I do know about that. If you're a cop, to say you have to hand your gun stays at the station. You don't take that home or anything. So that's one law. I'd have to look it up, and I'm not Johnny Florida to do that. But yeah, there is a
make love, Johnny.
Like it's very strict, but you still have reasons to own a gun.
Yeah, the process of getting one is so fucking strict that no one can do so.
And
so
there is a process to that as well. If you're in the army, you can own a gun, but you got to keep it within the army barracks.
Yeah, I think it's. I'm not 100% sure, and if I'm wrong, if anyone happens to ever hear this, and I am wrong, please feel free to correct me. But I think it's Japan, where you are allowed to own a firearm, but you must undergo psychiatric assessment every 12 months. That's where I stand. Institute that here, and I will be happy. I will happily go and take a psychiatric assessment and a shooting test every 12 months to have the right to defend myself.
See, I'll make it way too quick for, like, I think a year's way too long. Way too long. Like, and I know it says 9 to 12, but no, I like 3 to 6, at least 6 months.
Yeah,
if it's 6 months, like that's one thing. But I would, if it was me, I'll be interested in the 3 month rule.
For me, 6 months would have to be the absolute minimum. I say with what you just said, I say we could agree on 6 months, but I'm more towards the 9 to 12.
Because 12 months will, like, you're not really doing anything at 12 months. You know what I mean? You're not really it's psychiatric, but then psychiatric could change within a few weeks.
Yeah,
like
but
here's the thing, because you could say you're dating someone and had this breakup through a period of time. You're going through all this range of emotions where you like to the point you're getting over it, and like who knows, maybe it was a bad breakup to the point, hey, you've gone a little crazy, and you can pick up on stuff like that, and I think the tests have to be very, 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 very thorough, so that it's very fine line. So if you, it's like a driver's test here, like is strict. Like if you fail, I think you can only let to fail 3 questions, and if you fail 3 questions, if you fail those 3 questions, you don't get your license. I'll be in for something like that. Like you have to, like, for everything with this you'd have to pass. There's like 100 questions. You're only allowed to fail 2.
Yeah,
2 or 3.
I would be perfectly happy if that was instituted here, because at least it would give me a chance to get something to defend myself against an authoritarian government. But
I'll probably, if you give me the chance, I probably would shoot a few politicians. But then who wouldn't?
For me, when it comes to guns, as I said, I'm similar on it as I am with capital punishment. I highly doubt that anyone will be able to turn me against it. But I would say it's possible for someone to change my views slightly to the point where I would support more lenient or stricter versions of it. Because when it comes to capital punishment, I mean, people like Ted Bundy, John Wayne Gacy, they were too far fucking gone. They had to be got rid of.
When I saw the Ted Bundy tapes originally, I'm thinking, I wonder if this has anything to do with Married with Children with Al Bundy, but no.
No, but with capital punishment, I support it, but I'm not a huge fan of the way the US institutes it. Again, Japan do it perfectly.
I got an idea for capital punishment when people break the law. Make them sit in the room and have them to listen to Miley Cyrus songs. And Justin, and if there's a crime was so bad, add Justin Bieber.
Yeah, but I say
if they start singing to him, death penalty.
I say Japan does it perfectly. They have very, very precise and strict laws as to what constitutes a capital offence. But when someone is convicted of a capital offence and they are sentenced to death, it's one appeal and you dangle.
I don't think Japan will ever legalize pot, but it's a real offence there. Like, really bad. You remember the wrestler? You remember the wrestler Matt Sydal or Evan Bourne?
Yeah, I did. I didn't think that was Japan though.
Yeah, it was in Japan. He got busted for pot, and was arrested in Japan. Was in a Japanese jail for a fair while. he got arrested pretty bad. Like, I'm pretty sure it was there for at least a year or 2.
I don't know anything about the case. I didn't even know it happened. So
yeah, because he was
I'm
working
not really
with he was working with New Japan Pro Wrestling at the time,
What?
And
what drug was it again?
pot.
Oh, that shouldn't even be a fucking crime.
Yeah.
That,
but in Japan, it's still an offense. Matt Riddle, he couldn't go to Japan for a World Tag League because of his pot use.
It's still an offence in most leagues, but pot should not be illegal for fuck's sake.
Nowadays we have we still get people busted for drug possession here in Australia, and there are a few states that have started to legalize it, but if you get caught with it, you still get arrested. And a lot of the times you find on there, if you go from the 90s to early 2000s, people were still going to jail for this. They were getting up to 18 months in jail. Whereas nowadays they get arrested and it's a couple $1,000 fine.
Yeah, it's some fucking disgraceful shit like 5 years here. But my honest view on marijuana is: do you have Skype up?
Yes.
If I am legally allowed to do what I am about to do, that is more dangerous than marijuana.
Yeah.
And if what I've just done is legal, there's no reason for marijuana not to be legal.
And not so much what it does to you, because with alcohol's not just it's not just when you get real drunk and you start getting in the fights and all that, that's one thing, but it's also with health reasons too. A lot of people get into alcoholism, get bad, their pancreas goes out, their liver, and kidneys, a lot of it, and you think this stuff is still legal, and cigarettes is another thing.
And I'm drinking, fully aware that it could affect my liver down the road. People smoke, fully aware that it could affect their lungs down the road. There has never, ever been a reported death because of marijuana.
I've never been one of those people that goes, well, I got to be all health conscious. I don't think that way, because in my opinion is people will. There's all this scare campaign out there, and then there'll be scientists have found all this and that in alcohol. Sometimes you find that it's good, sometimes you find it's bad. Not with just the alcohol, but with a lot of things with these scientists. And I come to the point now, I'm like, well, you know what? I'm going to either enjoy it or not.
Yeah.
For the most part, I don't enjoy getting drunk when I'm drinking alcohol. I've never enjoyed being drunk. I've enjoyed I like having a few drinks here and there, but I've never liked being drunk, which is why I do it rarely. I rarely ever drink all the time. When I do, it's a chill out thing. It's a relaxing thing. It's never to go out to get drunk. I don't need to get drunk. A few times, once in a while, I just want to chill out and have a drink. That's it. I've never touched a cigarette.
Same. I about as anti-smoking a person as you will ever find, because the way I see it, at least with alcohol, unless the person is a violent drunk, the only person it's really affecting is the person doing it. But secondhand smoke can be as dangerous as firsthand.
I am the only one in my family to not have smoked a cigarette.
Same.
Only one. And I have family members who they smoked once and they never did it again. I never even tried it.
Same.
And it's funny because my nan, she never smoked the entire time I knew her, and the same with my mum. But then I went to my mum one day. I just went, you know she's an ex-smoker, right? And just and my mum wouldn't believe it. She wouldn't believe it at all. It's just for the fact that she's never seen her do it. I'm just going, but look at the way she reacts to things. And how she gets angry.
I'm so anti-smoking. Probably even when it comes to marijuana, I probably wouldn't smoke it. I'd just do edibles. But
I've never done pot either. Like I've just never. Like that, I just never really never seen the point of getting into. And plus, because my dad has a really big drug history, and it's not just a pot thing, but it's A to Z drug history. So I just never got into the drug culture. So I just like, well, I don't want to be high, so I just want to do it.
I want to try edible marijuana, and I would like to try at some point shrooms, but that's it.
I see no reason for me to get stoned at all. And I know people that, it's a great feeling, this and that. That does it. If I needed it for medical use, medical reasons, cool. I don't at the moment. I don't need anything for medical reasons. Like I know it helps with cancer. I know it helps with like seizures for epilepsy and stuff like that. I don't have epilepsy at this point. Like anybody could get epilepsy at any time. I've never had it. I've obviously never had cancer. I had family members who had cancer and sadly passed away. But I've never had that myself. And maybe if I get cancer, hey, maybe I would take it up for a little bit to get rid of it. But I'd never. But even with a lot of drugs, and that's because of my dad. Because my dad was addicted, I don't want to be that person who gets addicted to shit.
Mm-hmm.
Probably my worst thing is sugar. Sugar is the worst addictive thing I've probably ever had.
I used to have an issue with sugar, but since I started taking these pills and actually being serious about shedding the pounds, I've sort of been able to kick that a little bit. I still have a little more than I should, but I've been able to at least drop the amount, if that makes any sense.
See, I've kind of relaxed on this at the point where I am 30, so I'm I always yo-yo with weight. I'll put it on and I'll lose a lot of it. Like I've always been in that yo-yo diet, which is not good, but at the same time, like that's usually how I've lived. My dad was the same way, except he was a different reason. Like I've always kept stuff in moderation. Like I'll have periods where I'll eat a lot, then I'll have periods where I won't. And it's never in between. But now that I'm 30, I'm starting to look at it a little bit more. I'm going, hey, maybe I should cut this out. Maybe I cut that out. Whereas before, like I wouldn't give a shit. Like I've never been huge, big. Like I've always been the chubby, like thin, the chubby to. I was actually one stage I was actually pretty fit. I had abs. On one stage, abs and biceps, and that was when I was 16. Like pretty much every time after that, I was either been chubby or skinny.
I'm not gonna lie, and I'm kind of proud of this. And I don't want to sound like I'm gloating, but last August I was 317 pounds. I'm now down to 271. And I don't want to sound like I'm gloating. I'm just fucking proud of that.
Yeah, and you should be. Like I have a I also find you have to have a comfortable weight too. Like when I like a lot of times I'll get down to 85 pounds. Not 85 pounds, 85 kilo. And a lot of times I'll feel a bit woozy in that, and I think I'm underweight. I think if I'm around 90, 95 kilo, either 90 to 105. That's my comfortable range. If I go over or under, that's when I start feeling a little bit shitty.
Oh, okay. Just give me a second to convert all of that.
It's
203. 203.
Yeah.
And hang on, 317 Lem.
I think it's 225. I think is for 105.
I searched up 92.5 because you said 90 to 95.
Yeah.
But
90 to 105. Like
yeah.
That's usually my comfortable range.
But 317 is 143.8, which is what I was in August. And now I'm 122.9.
And did you know? Apparently, I found out studies for this. And this was recent. That if you worked out like years and years and years ago, and you had muscles, your body, like that doesn't go away. Like you still like have that extra weight on you, but like your biceps and stuff like that doesn't exactly go away. It's like muscle memory or some shit. And that was recent study.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, do you want to possibly call this now?
Yeah, because we've been on for almost an hour, so
yeah.
Sun out, Luke.
Yeah, it almost feels weird.
I know. Like, I think that this is one of the reasons why I don't think Blades and Bobby Anthony wanted to do this, because they're not, like, I would have been in control, but then they're the ones signing out.
Yeah. And now I see what that all was about.
See, I wouldn't have an issue. I would have just streamed. Like, I probably would have put my mic down so they would talk. Like that's for their thing. I wouldn't get into the conversation. Because I don't know much about like paranormal. So
I mean, I guess catch us every Tuesday at mixler.com/trans-continental-project/ every Tuesday. I'm still not sure if we're covering the San Antonio Commanders game this weekend. That is always a last-minute decision. But you can definitely catch us next Tuesday. You can follow me at BirchBirch1875. You can follow Sam at Silver Serpent.
Just not at the house because it might be illegal.
Spout SILVERSEPPANT. And find the Transcontinental Project on YouTube just simply under that name. The thumbnail is always one of the excellent artworks we got from Klondike Bill.
Right. Is that
and obviously my personal Twitter is at BirchBirch1875. And I swear I do plan on moving to BitChute soon. I've just been fucking lazy.
Yeah, me and I was asking Sensible Sam about that, and then she didn't know what was going on with it. But,
I have just been lazy as fuck moving.
It gets that way when you finish editing. Like you kind of I don't want to do this. But the cool thing with BitChute, like you can be a little bit relaxed with the editing. So if you kept a little bit of the song, in, you can keep it in. Whereas YouTube, you have to cut all that out. If you notice when I do Final Wish, like what I've been doing, I cut out all the songs for the YouTube version. There's no song on that YouTube version. When you get to the BitChute version, there's music in that song in that show.
I'll be completely honest. I try to catch it live, and when I can't catch it live, I'll catch it on the show reel.
Yeah, I think that's one I gotta edit and fix up. But anyway,
I can absolutely promise I'm going to force myself to do this. Within the next 7 days, you would have at least the first 4 episodes of TCP up on BitChute. And now I've said that on air, I'm fucking committed to doing so, okay?
Yeah. I should probably plug my stuff. But then I don't know if I'm doing the show this week. Like, if I can't get an extra person on, I probably won't.
Do you mind if I just finish?
Go on.
And I swear I'll get 4 up this week on BitChute, the Transcontinental Project. I swear over the next month I will get all past episodes up. It's just my PC is a fucking bitch when converting from audio to video, which would allow me to upload it. And yeah, fuck that. It's a fucking slow ass motherfucking bitch. I'm drunk. I am not sober.
Okay.
Please forgive me if I'm stumbling on my words. I'm not sober.
Okay. So as I was saying, I don't know if I'm doing the final wish this week. Like, unless I can get like a second on the show, I probably won't.
I would offer, but as you said, there's a need for diversity.
You're more than welcome. The reason why I did that, because like I was trying to get Yuck on to do it and like do it a little bit different. Like you're always more welcome to come on. I just wanted to do something a little bit different, but like everyone, like you're always welcome. Like I don't exclude people. Like I don't want to exclude people. That's the point.
The way I'd probably go is look for someone else, but if you can't find anyone, I mean, I'm here as a last resort.
Because I might see if Mike Neon's still up for doing it. Cause he seems to still, like, I haven't heard from, and like I'll say this because I haven't heard from.
When was the last time I actually heard from him?
I haven't heard from Blade's Bobby Anthem, or like I've talked to Bobby Anthem on and off, but not a lot, and like I've spoken to Klondike. They're not exactly. I don't think they exactly want to do the show, so. But I haven't asked them either, so that's not like don't want to be unfair to say I haven't asked them, but then they haven't said, hey, can we come on? Because like the last couple times we weren't really like, I don't know. I guess we were kind of getting sick of it at that point. So I don't know. That's just me.
The last time Mike responded to a DM from me was in December, so
I still hear from him once in a while because I'll post shit, and like I think he likes when I post shit, because usually when I promote stuff, I'll do random shit. Like all the time he's promoting this show and like liking and retweeting. So,
yeah, I miss Mike. He's a good guy.
I want to get him more. I want to get him more involved in the community of everybody in the community, like getting him involved with like getting the corner, wrestling soup, and all these other people. It's just I haven't known him long enough to get that chance, but I actually like doing the show with him. So I might ask him if he wants to do it. If not, see how he goes. But anyway, you want to sign off?
Just know that if you need me, I'm available as a last resort. Just if you ever want me on, at least give me about 5 to 10 minutes to get ready.
All right.
I'll give. That is all I ask.
Since it's your show, I'll give you that you have the sign off before you hang up.
Well, I guess we already signed off on TCP's Mixler account.
Yeah, but this is your after party.
But I will repeat the sign out with TCP out.